that sneaks up on the bed?
All right, we're live.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Webinar is now streaming live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Who just texted me? Oh, that's us live. I just got a notification. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday evening. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend.
Jenny's the best. Jenny's in a great mood tonight.
Okay. We're all right, you guys. We're figuring shit out. We're all in this together.
That's right. Welcome to Channel 27. Jenny and I decided to do an extra show this week because we're feeling so nice and generous.
You know, why not?
Great moods.
Give a little.
Life is so grand. So we decided to do another show. Hold on. Let me make sure I can see these feeds. All right. Make sure it's on mute.
And we're drinking a little bit, whatever. Well, I am. I'm speaking for myself. And I don't even like red wine, but apparently there's antioxidants in it. So that's good.
Yeah.
Grapes. It's grapes. So fuck you guys.
Let's give everybody a couple minutes to just, get on here and
rally.
Yeah. Because I think I scheduled the time wrong because I'm just.
No, you did fine.
You know me.
Yeah. So, huge floods in Texas. Hurricane Harvey is just bending America right over.
Yeah, and did I not say this about the
floods, the water? You
did. Because of the Gondanta, which means drowning, right?
Yes.
So definitely can be some of the things that we will be seeing. And it just started. So literally it's just started. And, it's you have to take, Joni Petrie is one of my teachers and, she did a show with me. And she said, like, you have to take precautions when they tell you to do something, you need to do something, right? You just have to listen. It's you can't mess around with this. So, and I think I have a lot of people that watch us from Texas because of Rex and from the League Project. I do think that.
Well, and Texas is a huge state.
Yes, right. And it's bad. I mean, this is just the beginning. Like, I personally think this is just the beginning. I think the East Coast is going to get slammed too. Definitely going to be concerned. So, I don't want to scare anybody, but
no, but
if I don't tell people these things and I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing. Right?
No, I completely agree with you. And another thing is, like, you can't leave anything up to anybody else these days. You can't be like, oh, we'll just chance it. That chance will, could possibly cost you your life. And also, when we talk about drowning, when we talk about esoteric things, when we talk about drowning, we talk about water. That sort of thing could be literal and it could also be metaphoric. So when we talk about water, we're talking about emotion and people drowning in emotion and how, you might not find yourself in the middle of a flood in a storm. You could very much find yourself in an emotional storm where you're drowning. You know what I mean? And I know that a lot of people are experiencing huge upheavals, surges, if you will, storm surges of emotional fallout, all kinds of fights and things coming out, and people are just left and right, just contending with some really serious emotional issues. So everybody just hang in there because nothing lasts forever. Take it from me, it hasn't been an easy season for me either, but we're all in this together, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So cheers to that, y'all. Ding, ding. I'm a freaking mess, and I don't care who knows it.
I love you. Oh, okay. So I had some requests on my Facebook to talk about the White House visit.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it. Oh, my God. How was it? You looked so beautiful, by the way. That portrait of JFK, he was totally like looking down your shirt.
And okay, because I'm not the person that takes pictures ever. I mean, people that do the selfies and take pictures or just take pictures in general, I'm the last one that takes pictures. Like, it's just I suck. So, I was the whole time I was just looking for Trump. Like my radar was up and I was just trying to feel everybody's, yeah, because we found out that he was there. So he was in the building. Unfortunately, I didn't meet him. It was kind of upsetting. I was kind of sad, but it was still fun because, there is no bad energy in that White House, guys. Sorry. And maybe I didn't do any blockades or anything. Like, it's fine. If anything, the only weird thing was the picture of Bill Clinton that where Trump's wing is, where he goes up to sleep and where his, facilities are. It's kind of funny because there's a big picture of Bill Clinton just sitting there, like a portrait of him. So it's so weird. I'm like, he has to look at that every day.
Gross. Like, really nasty.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can you please take that shit down?
I know, right? And there's so many crazy pictures. It's really neat because the Secret Service is awesome to work. The friendliest Secret Service ever. Because, you think we went through 100 scanners, to go through. So you go through one scanner and I was taking off jewelry like I was at the airport and they were like, no, you're fine. But they were so much friendlier than they were at the airport. And they are at the airport. I mean, and you ask the people, you can ask them anything and they just, they answer and they're friendly. Like that's what they're here to do. It's not, they don't make you feel weird or uncomfortable. And, they tell you funny little stories about the rooms and, we saw a lot of the room. I mean, they take you through the place where everybody sits, everybody eats, everybody, it was fun. Would I do it again? Absolutely.
I think I would check it out. I mean, I don't know.
But next tour I want to do, there's an East Wing and there's a West Wing. The West Wing is the tour that is like the one you go and you walk the gardens and stuff. And see, I didn't know to request any of that stuff. I just was like, I want to go to the White House, just on a fly and I have a connection. Mm-hmm. So this is, next time I'm going to be a little more prepared, but I'm going to go in the Leak Project tomorrow and talk about it and show my pictures Rex wants to see. So we'll get a little more into detail, but yeah, no weird energy at all. If anything, the glass was on the windows were like 4 inches. It was pretty awesome because, and my sister's husband noticed this. I didn't even notice it. I was in it like a zone, like a haze, just like, oh.
That's funny.
It was funny, but
fortress.
There's a lot of history there, and I mean, regardless, and then I have people on my Facebook that were saying, starting the whole reptilian thing and saying, the pedophiles. And I just, I don't use my Facebook for that. So that's what I use. You can talk about anything you want on my YouTube, but not Facebook because I have a career. So
right. Well, what's the thing about that is that, the White House being what it is, it's steeped in history. There's all kinds of stuff that has gone on there and still goes on there. When we talk about pedophilia and we talk about all of the elite kind of fuckery that goes on, they're not actually doing it at the White House. They're because that's just too obvious. You don't do that. You know what I mean? They have so many locations that they utilize for all of their secret, whatever it is that they carry out. They're not doing it right there in the White House. You know what I mean? So, I mean, whatever. Yeah. I personally don't have any interest in going to the White House just because I'd rather be in the mountains somewhere or, in nature somewhere, but that's just me. But anywho.
Yeah, it's definitely, with me, I'm not a big mountain chick, so I'd rather be in the White House than in the mountains. Or be more like, I'm just not that type of girl. So yeah, we're a little bit different on those spectrums.
Right.
No, but it's definitely, but like I would have never went to the White House or wanted to go.
Right.
Prior to, not going to go down that route, but like I would have no interest in going to the White House unless I like the person in there.
Right, right, of course.
Yeah.
Trump is okay. Trump is
Oh my gosh, these women were hysterical too. There were like all these crazy ladies in there, this other group of ladies, and they had on these red dresses. They were so funny. They were like, I know he's checking his Twitter, and they were tweeting the pictures. And they were just, it was so funny. And they were just saying the craziest stuff. But yeah, he didn't come out. I think because he just had that long vacation.
sure.
Then he just got in, then he flew out, then he had a hurricane to deal with. That's what I'm gonna blame it on.
Sure. You know what? Trump has never struck me as the most sociable type.
No, he's not at all.
Right. He's a very personal, very private guy. He likes his schedule. He likes things to be normal, like consistent and very like
Yeah.
in the lines of what. So I imagine he's not all that keen on spontaneously got meet and greets and stuff like that.
No, he's not. And I totally get that. I'm the same way. Like sometimes I just, want to go, like I was just sitting there. The only thing I could think of is how his life is like a prison there.
Yeah.
Like he literally is in there and all these people that have to take tours. I mean, and his chart has some similar things like me. So I just think I would be like 24/7 irritated. I would be like, get these people out of here immediately.
Right.
Exactly. I could not handle it. And then, you have to be nice. And, you got the crazies, you don't know, the crazy loonies, and that it's just nuts. Like,
well, have you ever like been home and like your parents are like, like when you're a kid and stuff and your parents have guests over and you don't care to socialize, so you just stay in your room. Like maybe I'm just speaking for myself here, but I feel like that's Donald Trump, where he's like, oh God, they're conducting a tour today. I'm just going to stay in my room and go on Twitter and eat pancakes or whatever the fuck. I want pancakes.
You need pancakes.
Yeah, eat a cheeseburger.
No, I'm going to go with his chart because he's got K2 conjunct moon in Scorpio. Vedic way, guys, everybody. So for everybody that's like, no, it's in Sagittarius. No, it's in Scorpio. And Scorpios are very private, very like they like their space. You can tell them anything, they don't judge you, but they're not going to tell you anything. Like, for instance, I had a lot of readings today, and I said, people here on this, and people are like, oh, you're so open. Maybe about 1% of, my stuff. So I'm not I keep things in, and you tell people what you think they should know. Trust me, if you guys heard everything about me, you would be, only if I can help somebody with one of my stories is when I'm going to tell them.
Right.
So, and K2 conjunct moon's very quiet, very introverted, very, you like your space. Like I was listening to a couple interviews today with him and on Larry King Live with his wife, and when they first got married, and her and him both, they say like their space is why they work, because they have their different ways and they respect that, and that's why he loves her. He does. I do believe he loves her a lot. Like I think
he does too. And every relationship is complicated. So just because it doesn't look perfect, there are issues. Show me a relationship that doesn't have issues. You know what I mean? Like that, it's complete. Like it's just, and what's funny too is like when I was in my very early 20s, I used to watch the Celebrity Apprentice when Donald Trump was, the guy. And, he never struck me as a cruel or evil tyrant. He has ego because he was born, he's always had privilege and whatnot. And he is an elitist. Absolutely. But, whatever, that's something separate. But we're talking about the man, who he is, what he does, how he conducts himself. And I remember specifically, there was a challenge, Celebrity Apprentice. Anybody that's familiar with the show knows how it works. But I remember his daughter spoke for him once regarding food, and they were talking about, like, you know, one of the challenges was creating dishes, and somebody created a dish and she was just like, oh, he wouldn't eat that. And, you know, I would eat that, but he wouldn't eat that, as if to say that he is very, very particular. Like, he's very particular. Everything needs to be consistent and kind of like the same thing every day. He needs to have structure. He needs to have it. Nothing really changes all that much. He's not that exciting. So their marriage probably isn't exciting or lustful or passionate, but it works. You know what I mean? She traded it off. She's like, instead of the lust and the passion and the romance, I'll take being the first lady. You know what I mean? So, and who's to judge her for that?
Yeah, but you know what? I will say, I think she really is. It's not that all for the money either. I do, because I've watched interviews with them too when she was young.
The money. She has her own money.
Yeah, she did. And she, you know, I really do believe there's definitely a look, you know, people are like, oh, they don't look, why would she like him? Look at him, blah, blah, blah. I totally disagree with that. Like, I have had, if she has certain things in her chart, and somebody just wrote in here, they were like, never judge a book by
supposed to be looking at the chat. That's right.
Never judge a book by its cover. And let me say this. I don't judge a book by a cover. I judge it by the chart. And Donald Trump is the only person that we have his chart. Like, that's the only person out of all the political figures that was so open, just blasted it out there, you know? And I just find it, I don't know. I get, like, because I went there, and then after you walk around DC and like all the haters and everything, I just really do feel sorry for him. And I don't care what anybody has to say, because it really is, nobody gives him a chance. I was talking to the Uber driver about it, and, you know, we had a really intense discussion, and I was like, look, I know his chart, I know his intentions, so relax. And, you know, it got intense, but it was okay. And I just think that everybody needs to give him at least a shot. And I don't care what anybody has to say. You can hate me or not like me, but I would say that even if it was whoever it was in the presidency, like, you just have to give them a shot. And the more negative, but the funny thing about him is, the more negative, the better he'll do. So it is what it is. I'm just how he works.
And, like, whether you love him or hate him, to me, is irrelevant. It doesn't matter, because he's just a figurehead. That's your personal opinion. But take, you know, anybody with a mind, anybody with eyes to see and ears to hear can perceive that the mainstream media has conducted and is conducting a highly funded, full-fledged campaign against him. And that in itself is enough to indicate that there is an agenda taking place here. There is a problem. I don't trust the mainstream media, neither should you. Nobody should. So my question is, what I will automatically do, it's just kind of my nature, is to automatically look where they're telling me not to look. So they're saying all these horrible things about him. He's a bigot. He's a racist. If anybody looks into his past, they can see that he's clearly not a racist, and he's not a homophobe either. Ask yourself why there is such a highly funded, highly organized smear campaign against him. And this all could be, you know, contrived. All of it. To what end? We don't know yet. The New World Order works in mysterious ways. And we don't know exactly how or why, you know, how all of this is playing out, why it's playing out. But the only thing I would say to people is to just be aware and exercise discretion and discernment, and don't take anything that the mainstream media says. Take everything that they say with a grain of salt, because there's a reason for all of it. And what is it? We don't know yet. Oh, look at that. Hi.
What do you see?
My lighting is just so messed up right now. I don't even care. Whatever.
I'm doing somebody's birthday's today, so I'm gonna put their birthday in.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're
definitely gonna do their birthday.
Yeah.
But so I'm just putting it in so I can read the comments before. What else is going on, Jenny? Let's talk about some more gossip and juice.
Okay.
Please.
Geez. I have so
You
much
know, wait,
gossip.
hold on. I'm going to say one thing about that because a lot of people have asked me to talk about Trump's chart too again. And I don't really want to get into it because I don't want to feel like dealing with all the hate. But I'll say that MAGA, his ascendant, Leos are particular. So I've done a lot of readings with a lot of people that have planets in Leo and MAGA. So a lot of those people are probably watching this right now. And MAGA is the throne. And the throne, yes. And it's somebody that did good deeds in their past life. There's almost like a protection thing there with them. They like meat. They like meat. They're very picky. They don't like to be Leos are very particular with food. You know, they like in a way need meat.
Very particular with food. I'm telling you, something about the diet and
Yes.
and physical, the digestive system, it's very sensitive. They have their likes and their dislikes. I totally see that. Absolutely.
And he's a germaphobe. Like, so people are, oh, he doesn't shake hands. So am I. Like, I don't drink after anity ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm a complete germaphobe. So I get that. And that's the case.
I don't even drink after my kids.
Yeah. And I'm so, and I've seen him like it's just so little things that people judge him for. I'm like, can you find something better to like bitch about? It's just my opinion.
Right. No, I know. So we've talked about Trump. We talked about the hurricane. There's a lot, I think also a lot of people are dealing with the fallout of the eclipse and the effects that the eclipse has had on people, energetically speaking. And I remember very vividly you telling me that there was going to be a 6-month period post eclipse that's kind of this period of renewal and rebirth, and it's kind of like a rebuilding period, if you will. Yeah. And then so it was a 6-month period where things kind of looked completely different, but then there was an 18-month period that was going to extend. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because I would like to know.
Yes. Oh God, you're funny. So the eclipse. So what happens at the eclipse? Like I got hit a little bit with this eclipse. It brings something to the surface something that you thought was one way that's completely different way. It's not so much, and it's going to be the next how you're going to react and act towards certain situations. It's not all doom and gloom, okay? And if we didn't start things and didn't do things on an eclipse or on, full moons, Mercury retrograde, nobody would ever do anything because Mercury's retrograde a lot. Saturn's retrograde a lot. It's really just more so of it brings something new to fruition, and it clears out some drama, some past, like people that you meet are probably not what they say if you're meeting anybody new. And if you're with somebody or you have a group of friends, you might have fights. Like it's something will come to the surface, something that needs to be out in the open. And then what happens is it changes something. And depending on where this sits in your chart, it doesn't mean it's bad. So it really can be anything. But it will last for sure for 6 months. And, I always start things on an eclipse for some strange reason. And they certainly have lasted, I'd say, 2 years, a year. I mean, it just depends. It's a big cycle. And you can't let the astrology control you. And that's how I look at it, because my God, if I did that, and I used to, you could live a really horrible life.
You guys.
Jenny's joining the military. Isn't that great?
Talk about starting something on the eclipse. I'm actually considering very strongly joining the military. I actually spoke with a recruiter, and they're very happy to have me, you guys. So
Jenny's going. At least we have somebody on that we know that will let us if we have to go to a FEMA camp.
Is there another bug harassing you? Oh
They're
my
on the prowl.
Jesus, everywhere. That's just insane.
And you know
It's
what? Somebody also said to me, they were like, "Did you see any reptilians?" Which I thought was funny.
yeah.
And no, no reptilians, no, none of that crap. Like, nothing. I do believe. I don't know. I don't even want to go down rabbit hole right now because you guys don't want to hear my opinion on that kind of stuff. But
I do.
might break some hearts over here. And oh, and you know what? Another thing I wanted to let everybody know. So I tried to get my blood type when I went to the doctors. I had to go there just for like the routine or whatever.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
No, you're gonna die when you hear what she says, right? So, and my doctor is really cool. She is so awesome. She would tell me if she knew. Okay. And I said to her, I was like, hey, can you check? Because I got blood taken last time. And I said, can you check the documents to see what blood type I am? And she goes, oh, they don't give you that. Insurance doesn't cover that. And I said, she goes, the only
Okay,
way to know your blood type is A, if you've been pregnant, or
yes.
B, if you've had a like a serious,
Transfusion.
yeah, like a serious, unless you go donate blood, that's the only way you're gonna know. So it looks like I have to go donate blood to find out.
I asked them, because I wanted to know my blood type, and I believe I'm AB positive. My dad is O negative.
That's my mom. I think I asked my mom knows that.
Yeah. So, but you do have to pay extra because insurance won't cover it unless it's like completely necessary. But it does seem, if you have the money to pay for the test, it does seem like, like why wouldn't you want to know? There are a lot of things that you can learn from blood type. Diet, there's different blood types benefit better from different diets. I think that like O negative in particular, they do really well with like no red meat and like all seafood type diets. Like you can do it, you know what I mean? Like the blood type can tell you a lot about your diet and your personality and things like that. But so do you know your blood type, Heidi?
No, I don't. I don't know it. But where I was going with this is I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe this whole reptilian. Like, there's nothing that I can believe about reptilians. I'm sorry. I mean, if anything, then I'm probably a reptilian, which I probably am the reptilian, which is why I don't really believe them because
this is what it is, Heidi. Listen, the whole reptilian thing, that reptilian word, that catchphrase, that's
yeah,
conspiracy theory 101. That, that in itself is meant to sound really hokey and to throw people off. But don't be disillusioned for 1 second. The elite of this world, absolutely 100%. Look at me. Look at me in my fucking face right now. I'm telling you the truth. The elite of this world absolutely value above all other things bloodlines. If you want to call it a reptilian bloodline or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. They're not, are they shapeshifters? Are they lizard people? All of that stuff you got to find out for yourself. But when it comes to bloodlines, absolutely yes. There are creatures in this world that run things, that control things, the controllers that are not human in the way that you and I understand humanity. They don't have empathy. They don't have emotion. They feed off of the blood and the energy of innocence in order to stay here. So yeah, the whole reptilian thing is real, but it has undergone such a gamut of like hokiness and it's just kind of chalked up to this, oh, that's a conspiracy sort of thing. But don't think for 1 second that it's not real.
No, I do believe you. I do
100% out of the White House. No, but
no. But I do believe that there's things with bloodlines and there's things with specific, which I think is interesting because the fact that you cannot get your blood type so easily, like it's this secret. Why? I mean, why should everybody know that?
Motherfuckers making it so difficult for me. I just want to know my blood type so I can eat right.
No, but you know what? Because you've had kids, shouldn't you know? Like it should be somewhere documented.
The military. My last pregnancy was 100% observed by the military because my husband was active duty at the time. And so they needed to know my blood type. So I was really curious because I'm like, I'm definitely Rh negative, right? Because I'm so fucking special.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm not. I'm totally normal, you guys. I'm AB positive. My dad's O neg, but like whatever. I'm totally regular. But yeah, I think that everybody should know their blood type because there's a lot to be learned from blood type. And, you know, do reptilians pop out like from behind a freaking desk at the White House?
No.
Unfortunately, it's not that obvious, and we have to exercise discernment and discretion. And it really is kind of about fine tuning your perception and being able to recognize. There are people, what's his name? David Schumer.
Who's that?
Schumer. I don't know. Some of these horrible people in politics. You look.
Oh wait,
at them,
hey, not to like change the subject.
No,
but you wrote a post that guy died. That who I watched his interview.
No, he didn't die. He didn't die. That was another man. Thank God, because that was local. Good. That was in my county. So I was like, what was this guy doing in my county? Like, and then he got taken out. No, it wasn't him. I thought that it was, and I got really nervous and upset, but it wasn't him. It was fake news. So I took it down.
You know, and that's why don't we recap that eclipse thing, this eclipse. I'll tell you what's coming out. Like I said, I've been saying this for months. The DNC stuff's going to come out. This is the 6 months. The DNC, did you not see the whole Republican or the Democrat, the DNC, the crazy woman, the Debbie woman, right? Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Wasserman.
All that shit's coming out. I guarantee you. I really do feel that Trump is not part of, like you and I said, that yes, he's part of it. He's controlled by the controllers or whatever the hell you want to say. But he just doesn't, he knows he's got boundaries. He really thought he could go in there and drain the swamp, which is not the case. He knows now that draining the swamp is that's
draining the swamp means death for the people he loves.
For everybody, his own family.
And what would you do? You know what I mean? Like,
no,
what would
exactly.
If the entire world, if someone was like, here, it's the entire world or your kids, do you know what I would do, Heidi? I'd say, sorry, world. Right. You all have to fucking go because my kids come first.
And you exactly.
Sorry.
It's true. Sorry. And you know, he knows this now. So he has to play his cards way more cautiously, which is why he's not making decisions like he said he would do from the beginning. And that's what a businessman does. Like, that's common sense. And like I say, that the reason why he went up the chain in politics was strictly for buildings. Like, when you're in a home building and you do building, you get into politics because I used to go to commissioner meetings just to like meet people and know people because you have to get buildings approved. And I think that's how he kind of got into this. And then now it's where it is. And he's in a bad spot. You know, he really does want to see the best thing happen. I don't care what anybody says to me. I know that in my heart. I know that's how he is. And maybe because I went to the White House and I had another kick where I know I'm right 100%. And I really do feel that he is right now he's going through some serious stressful stuff. He has no support, nothing. People are so rude, no respect, nothing. It's disgusting. And actually, personally, it pisses me off quite honestly. And it really does bug me but he knows his boundaries, that if he plays one card wrong, he's done, literally. And he knows that. And look at Kennedy. You do one thing out of the box, you know, or you let one secret out that shouldn't be out.
Yeah. And you pay the price.
You pay the price. And he knows that. So that's why things are like mysteriously, cautiously coming out. Anytime something comes out bad about him, did you notice something retaliates and comes back out on, you know, like the whole attorney general thing with him meeting Bill Clinton on the plane? Like, that's being reinvestigated. All this shit is coming out. And the reason why it's not out 100% is because it would bust so many people that this whole world would not know what to do with anything. Like, we would be in such shambles if the secrets that everybody needs to open up their eyes and look at the real situation.
I wish I could keep it like this because it's so effing dark in here. But I have to say something, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
The Podestas got subpoenaed. Okay, listen. The Podesta camp, John Podesta, just so everybody knows, this is my big thing. This is what got me on YouTube. This is what got me what made me want to put my face and name out there into the world was this WikiLeaks October surprise, the John Podesta emails, Pizzagate. The Podestas just got subpoenaed, and you're not going to hear about it on mainstream media at all. But the fact of the matter is that the investigation into Pizzagate is at an all-time high. Okay, nobody's hearing about this. And you know something, I actually have half a mind to believe that the hurricane was actually HARP. You know what, you know, HARP, like this is weather modification, this is distraction, all of these things, the riots, the white supremacy, the fucking fight between what's his face and what's his face, all of this I believe is contrived distraction to incite some kind of a race war, to incite more division amongst people, to keep people's attention away from Pizzagate. The Podesta camp got subpoenaed. The investigation into Pizzagate is at an all-time high. And what are we talking about? We are talking about elite pedophilia. This is my hot point, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the fuck I will live and die for. Nothing else matters to me. I don't care about Republicans. I don't care about Democrats. I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care about is the fact that thousands, hundreds of thousands of children go missing every year and become food for the elite. They eat them, they eat their energy so that they can remain here in this frequency and control this planet. Podesta and his squad, his people, are
I love it.
They are a very central point, a central factor of all of this. And the fact is they're being investigated in a way that they've never been investigated before. So this is really important. And I want people, and you know, I'll reach out to Rex sometime this week, and maybe he'll feel generous enough to let me go on the show and maybe, you know, talk about it. I have a lot of research to do because, to be quite honest with you, it's been a hell of a couple weeks for me. So I've kind of been out of the loop a little bit, but I'm ready.
You know, Jenny, you can say whatever you want on here. And I
know, and I love you for that. And really, honestly, it puts you in kind of a position, because this stuff is very controversial. It's very dangerous. A lot of the deaths that have happened very recently regarding the investigation into it have taken place in my local area. So I'm like looking over my shoulder like, Jesus Christ, like, you know what I mean? Like, but don't get me wrong, you guys.
Both of us. You and I are in the two worst areas.
Yeah. I'll cut somebody's fucking throat. I have no qualms about shooting somebody right in the face. I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, this is real, you guys. Sorry about the language. Sorry.
No, but Jenny, that's why I love you, because nobody gets it. And, you know, and I think a lot of people live with their heads in the sand. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize this. I didn't care about it. I didn't know that all that happened until I've met you and Rex and all this stuff. So if you hear it,
it's really happening.
It is real, guys. Like, it's no joke. This shit really does happen. Matter of fact, I've been on a lot of Uber rides recently. And last night I was in another one. And today I had to go pick up my car. And the Uber guy said, I don't even want to say what he said, but he was in the military, in the Marines or in the Navy for 30 years. He just admitted, like he said, hands down, this shit goes on. It all goes on. 100%.
It does.
So we need to wake up, because when people that have played the parts can still admit this. And I can't go out and blow people's spots and tell everybody that this shit really does happen. But I can tell you that I don't believe anything unless I have facts, and 100% that I know from my own investigations that it does happen. It happens. So everybody needs to wake up.
Yes.
Go ahead, go ahead. Say what you're going to say though.
I did want to say also, somebody brought a wonderful woman that I know from my Facebook. Her name is Kate. She brought up here in the chat that Ben Swan is never to be seen again for revealing Pizzagate. And I would like to bring that up for just a second here, if I could. Ben Swan is a reporter. He was a reporter for a pretty reputable news outlet, and he did quite a moderate spot on Pizzagate. He didn't even really get into details. He just talked about the symbols that are utilized. You know, the FBI has a database of symbols and code words that are known to be used by pedophiles. And he did a spot on this, and his channel went dark, and he hasn't been heard of. He hasn't been seen. He hasn't done anything since then because they shut his ass down because he started to talk about it. So my thing is, always look where they're telling you not to look. Always look where they turn the lights out, because you can bet your ass that's where the truth is. You know what I mean? And I don't care how many enemies I make, how many friends I lose. I don't give a shit. You think I give a shit? You guys seriously think I give a shit? I don't give a shit. Let me get some more wine. I'll be right back.
Oh,
seriously, hold on.
And it's funny because my one Uber driver that I got into a debate with, a nice healthy debate, said Pizzagate's not real because he's in DC, and I said, okay, yeah, maybe the Pizzagate whole thing was that thing didn't happen, but like Google this stuff, like do your own, look at the FBI reports, look at the criminal report. That's what I looked at, like the actual criminal records. That's what people need to look at, because it's really disturbing. And the fact that people just let it happen, like it's no big deal, and it's all I'm just reading some of these comments. It's just kind of,
I know people's comments are hilarious. Yes,
really
you guys are kind of tipsy. I'm not drunk. I mean,
No,
drunk is,
Look, and it doesn't even matter. We're good. Here's the deal. When we talk like this and we open up and we can let loose and talk about stuff like this, it's just, that's why, because we should be able to sit here and talk about this and have a friendly conversation. So.
Yes. Well, listen, something, I don't tolerate people that tell me that it's not real. Oh, get into the real world, join the real world. Like, F you, because if everybody just joined the real world and didn't care and went about their business, nothing would ever get done. You're either a part of the solution or you're a part of the problem. So you can make a choice. You know what I mean? We risk a lot. I mean, this doesn't make us look good in any professional scene. It's just not, it's not convenient in any way to talk about this stuff, because people don't want to know about this. People don't want to have a conversation about the abuse of children. I don't want to have these conversations. I feel like it needs to happen, because if it doesn't happen, another 1,000 years will go by, and they'll be feeding on all of our children, and people will just turn a blind eye and let them do it. I'm not going to let them fucking do it. I'm not going to let them do it. Because something, at the end of the day, let me tell you something about these people. They depend entirely on our apathy and our ignorance. That is what they're banking on. That is what their survival is completely. That's what it relies on, is our inability to do anything about it, is our apathy, our ignorance. You know what I mean? So if one person, 2 people, 10 people, 100 people make noise, there's nothing that they can do. You know what I mean? You asked me about this man. There was some fake news circulating around about this guy that was found dead. And he was the Dutch banker that came out and talked about the elite and how
I
they
saw that, so I know exactly. And that's when you posted that. I was like really sad for a minute.
he didn't die. That was somebody else with the same name. So it was very easy to get confused there, and it would make sense that they would kill him.
Yeah.
But he did explain to us that there is between 8 and 8,500 people, elite bankers, just elite people that are involved in this, that really partake in it. That is nothing. That is literally not even a drop in the bucket when you compare to the collective consciousness and the amount of people that exist in the world that have an ability to do something about it. And so their biggest fear, and they've even been quoted, George Bush Sr. has said, he's been quoted, if the American people knew what we did, they would string us up by our toes in the streets if they knew what we did. They are so petrified of the day that people take matters into their own hands. Am I suggesting that we, rise against them physically? No, absolutely not, because we will not win that way.
Right.
We won't. They're prepared for this, believe me. When it comes to weaponry and warfare, they'll crush all of us. This is a war that needs to be fought intelligently, psychologically, and above all, spiritually. Okay. And this is something that everybody is going to have to deal with on an individual level. I've talked about this in the past. This is very much about combating your own darkness. You know what I mean? Mastering it. And we all have that darkness. And it's just kind of, it's very esoteric. This is probably a topic for another show, but
No, we're talking about it now.
Right.
We're on a rampage. Like, I'm off tomorrow. Let's just go with it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
We stay on as long as we can handle. Boot camp. Jenny, I throw your ass in boot camp every time.
I might be going to real boot camp if everything goes.
Jenny,
can you guys imagine me in basic training? Like,
Jenny is going to the military. No joke, guys. This is serious.
Yeah, I really am. They want me. I qualify. All the health stuff, like no medical issues, no psychological issues. Everything's great. Everything checks out. They're like, yeah, welcome on board. And I'm like,
come on. Oh my God, Jenny, you're so funny.
How do you think that'll go, Heidi? Seriously?
No, I think like the same way it would be if I go and become a cop, which I totally want to do. So it will be great. Don't let anybody say that you can't do it, because
exactly.
You'll know all the secrets. There will be no secrets anymore if you do that. That's what I think is so powerful, when you know the secrets.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that the military, I've always believed that the military and the people in the military, not the military industrial complex as a concept, but the individuals in the military hold quite an important role. Did you just black out your screen?
Yeah, just for a second.
I think that military personnel and law enforcement all hold really, really important cards. You know what I mean? Because this really does come down to the individual. This comes down to choice and willpower and the human element. You know what I mean? And people kind of invoking the law of the land, if you will, and taking into their own hands the future of this country, the future of this planet. So I'm all for the military. I love military personnel. I think that people with training, with capabilities, and with weaponry are capable of some amazing things. And so I don't detest the military all as one. It's the complex. It's the people that run it. But they be few and we be many. So,
right. And another thing I thought I needed to bring up, just in case Donald Trump watches my videos.
Right.
Because when I was in that car ride and we got in this heated debate about race, because I am like the most accepting human being of anybody and anything. Literally. I mean, I go on a plane, I'm sitting by the person that looks like the most, because that's just me. Like, I will friend the people that are in prison, the people that like can dive into that, and that's my thing because I feel like you can help them because maybe they didn't get an astrology reading early enough. So that's how I look at life. And when I will say that Donald Trump might, there's a big, this guy that was driving me around said that he should have said 100% the head KKK guy. He needed to basically say that guy, he was no parts of that guy. And that guy was horrible. You know, the KKK guy, the master, the grand wizard or whatever. You know, I don't even know who the hell the guy's name is or what he did. Because Donald Trump didn't come out and like specifically say that. And you know what? I said, well, maybe he just didn't think about it, you know, because maybe he was thinking about the other side, you know, the crazy liberals taking balloons with piss in them, throwing them at people's heads, right? That's kind of disgusting.
Right.
And I said, and I guarantee you some of the people that were the white supremacist people, look, I grew up in Pittsburgh. I was made fun of by those people. I hate those type of people. If anything, like, yeah, get rid of them all. All the white supremacists, the racist pieces of shit, they all suck. All of them, every single one of them. And I'm going to make that very clear because I like foreigners almost more than Americans. Sorry, guys, I hate to say it, but I have more respect for them. And I have it's in my chart. Take it, love it or hate it.
It's in my chart, you guys.
And I'm going to tell you this. And, you know, and people just don't know. Americans are so lost when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I told this guy, I said, do me a favor. The next time you get upset about something, turn on the documentaries, watch what happens in other countries. You could live in a Syrian bomb war zone. Okay, then go watch that and then see if you're bitching about Donald Trump saying the right thing 100%. Why don't we go live in Syria for a day and see what happens? Right. Why don't we go live in India, in a third world country? And like, I'm not saying that about India, but like, it's just screwed up. And in America, we live in a freaking bubble. Sorry, we do.
We do.
We live in a bubble, period. Wake up.
Wake up.
We do. We live in a bubble and we think we're invincible. And people don't even like us because we're so ignorant to other cultures. We are rude. Like, it is embarrassing, the fact that we don't know other languages and we're not taught to learn all of these languages. I'm embarrassed. I wish I knew all those languages. It's embarrassing. Like, it's freaking absolutely a shame. And yes, people that come here should come here the legal way. I'm all about the law, right? Yeah. So I do follow the rules, you know, so I don't have to deal with any of the nonsense. But the point is, from a global perspective, when you look at the numbers in the United States versus other countries, we are such a small, little, tiny thing, okay, who is only living in our little, tiny bubble.
Yes, I agree.
So, like, this whole racist thing, this whole junk, all this shit, bust the bubble, wake the hell up, and see what's really going on in other countries. We could be living in serious issues where there's landslides, floods in other countries. Wake up, turn on the other news channels and see what the hell is going on in other countries. And we're walking around with vaginas on our heads, protesting women's rights. What about the people that get their arms chopped off for making just wrong decisions?
Or female genital mutilation. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, it's like, we need to just open up our eyes here. And this is one thing that I'm probably just as passionate about as you are with your stuff. And it is what it is. Yeah. And because we look like ignorant assholes that we're fighting each other over something absolutely ridiculous. When there are people in other countries drowning, going through traumatic things, war zones, and we're here bitching that our president didn't say the right freaking words. Like, exact right words. That's all I have to say. And I'm done on my Trump tirade. I'm done on it today. And I'll keep going on it. I can talk about this all night. Do it. Good. All right, Jenny, you're up. What else?
Well, listen, this is weird, but about 2 years ago, maybe it wasn't even 2 years ago now, maybe like a year and a half ago, I had a dream of a military base in the United States, somewhere in the South. I believe it was Louisiana. And they were letting in refugees in my dream. And in the dream, they were mostly families, women and children, people that, you know, you instinctively want to help. You want to give them shelter, food, help, sort of thing. But within those huge, just hordes of people trying to come in looking for refuge, there were many insurgents, whatever you want to call them, people that were not here looking for help, people that were here to destroy, to hurt us. And I remember very vividly, in the dream, I was a soldier. I was in uniform. I remember I had my hat on, I had my name tape, and I remember looking at my buddies and I was like, shit just went south. Because as they're funneling in, we're looking at everybody's papers and we're kind of profiling everyone like, you're good, you're good, you're good, come here. We became overwhelmed with people. And in those, they just started funneling in, and we could not hold back the bad guys from the good guys. And all at once, war broke out. And I remember very vividly pulling bodies out of like a bayou, out of a swamp. I remember wrestling the body of a buddy of mine, another soldier, out of the mouth of an alligator. And so this is what led me to believe that it was like Louisiana, something like that, somewhere deep, deep south. But my whole point here is that I do foresee a time in the very near future. Oh, crap, my necklace just broke. Where we are dealing with a kind of like an infiltration, if you will, of people that come in. And this is kind of like the whole refugee thing, is they're talking about, if you look at other countries, and it was like you were saying, if you look at the news and you look at what's really going on in other countries, places like Sweden, where people are being overwhelmed by the refugee population, people are being raped in Germany, raped and just overtaken and beaten by refugees overseas. This is kind of like a pinprick. These are like allergic reactions, like small precursors to what the global elite would like to happen in our country. And I believe that if we're not vigilant, and if we're not careful, that the agenda by people like George Soros and the likes of him, what they would like is for our country to be overrun by people that have absolutely no respect. They have no concept of freedom. They have no concept of the rights. They don't understand what freedom is. Uh-oh.
You're good. You're good. You're good. It just got quiet. Go ahead.
Yeah. But this dream was really significant to me, and it stuck with me for quite a while. And it was so vivid. And I was like, I really feel like this is coming. And I feel like the next step is to kind of overrun our population with a group of people that have absolutely no intention of actually integrating with us, but they have every intention of overrunning us and dominating us, if you will. And that's kind of where we can like leak into the feminization of the male in America, and this whole thing with gender fluidity, and masculinity now is a bad word and everybody needs to be feminine, sort of thing. And I remember just like thinking really specifically as a result of this dream, how important it is that we stick to our values and not allow our country to be overrun by people that would love to see us fall. Everything that we stand for, freedom, liberty, whatever it is, a woman's right to choose, a woman's right to dress how she wants to dress. I feel like we have enemies. We really, truly have enemies in this country. And I'll never forget that dream. I don't know why I decided to talk about it. It was a really big deal for me. I have to take my necklace off because I freaking broke it. I flexed right out of it, you guys.
Let me say this. First of all, I'm just reading some of these comments. Okay, first of all, obviously I don't hate Americans. Okay, I don't hate America. I live here. Okay, relax. But B, it's more along the lines of I grew up in a city that had absolutely no culture. So I knew nothing. I moved to a city that, I mean, I went to school with one Black person, and literally that was it. So I had no my parents were never like weirdos like that. And they were always open, be open, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to say this. I didn't even know what an Indian person was. I didn't know what a Muslim person or Islam Muslim. I didn't know all these differences. I didn't know any of this. I didn't care either. So when I did have to learn it, because it's my job, when I sold homes, you have to learn all different cultures. And it was for business because, Asians, certain parts of Asia, not Asians, Chinese do feng shui, Indians do vatsu, and this is totally off topic. And then I just saw, somebody wrote, when we get to the charts, this is what we talk about. Like, this is our passion. If we talk about charts too much, then people bitch that we don't talk about this stuff enough.
Right.
Sorry. We're going to talk about this. When we want to talk about this, we're going to go on our little tirades. And I read every comment. And I read every comment after too. And every rude one gets deleted. So we're just going to have to bring that up real quick. But people in America the people that, like me, I was ignorant. And it was not ignorant like rude. It was just I didn't know. And I don't think Americans are intentionally doing it. It's because we don't need to learn anything about other cultures. That was kind of like my point. But when you do look at other cultures and you know the numbers, the populations, how many people live in India versus how many people live here, the size, it's like, why do we think we're right? To me, it doesn't make sense. There's something off, and we're lucky. We're lucky that we live here. Like, even if you're a homeless person living in America, you still have every chance in the world to do absolutely anything.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have in another country. So that's how I look at things. When my life is shitty and gets bad and I'm bitching about something, watch something on Africa, something in Africa, the people that the military comes in and just starts killing families. Like, watch this shit. This shit goes on. Like, this is no joke. And we're sitting here bitching about the stupidest things because we're just spoiled little brats. Sorry. Yeah. I'm one of them too. I'll be the first to admit.
Me too.
Okay. So that's my point. Yeah. Open up your eyes, look around. Life's not that freaking bad. Even if you're homeless in America, your life is not nearly as bad as it could be in another country.
Yeah, they will, they'll be rid of you in another country if you're homeless and you serve no purpose and you don't do anything for yourself. They'll just shun you and that'll be it. Here we have shelters. So yeah, I completely agree with you. America lives in a bubble. We really are the land of opportunity. Listen, that's not to say that we don't have our issues. America is effed up. The American empire, America incorporated. In some ways, I really do feel like we were set up to fail from inception. But that's kind of when consciousness comes into the picture and how every man, woman, and child has a power within themselves to create their future and to birth their future. In America, everybody really does have an opportunity, the likes of which other people in other countries don't have, to kind of find their truth and find their path. So I don't know. I'm not anti-American. I'm anti-establishment, but I'm not anti-American at all, because I really think that we have wonderful opportunity in this country. And it really is about what the individual wants to create for themselves. But
I agree. And that's the point. So, I think if all of us just got off this is just disgusting what's going on in this country. Like, I can't even talk to people without thinking, like, it's bugging me. It's bugging me that we're all at war with each other, that people hate each other. Like, on Facebook, I don't even get on Facebook anymore because I get pissed off.
I know.
Because it's so pathetic. They can't wait to post something negative about how somebody did something wrong. And it's like, I'm sorry. It needs to be brought to attention. And everybody needs to open up your eyes. So when like the Pizzagate stuff that people, because people literally, Jenny, spend comments, like I've spent on my Donald Trump video with Joni Petrie, like hours writing out things. And I'm like, do your homework on, you're bitching about this, and this. What about all these 100,000 other things that literally this woman was convicted of? Things that she did, and this whole, and it's in their charts, guys. Like if you had a reading from me, you had a reading from me 100%, and it was right. That's why I believe this. Because Donald Trump's chart is not like anybody else that is has been sitting in that White House. Period.
Right.
And that's all I can say. Take it for what it's worth, but that's the goddamn truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it really does speak volumes, because up till that point in time, and I've talked about this before, I won't go into detail right now, but I will, I accepted that Hillary Clinton was our next president. I was like, yeah, that's the agenda. That's the path. That's where we're going as a country. And then my husband presented his phone to me that morning and said, look, babe. And I saw that it was President Trump is our next president. And in that moment, I said to myself, oh my God, I had no idea how much I gave a shit until all of a sudden, holy crap, we have hope.
I know. Right.
I was like, I accepted our fate. And then I was like, oh my God, no, wait a second. I think the American people have spoken and nobody planned for this. Maybe they did plan for it. Maybe this is a whole piece of the puzzle that we're missing right now, is that this really is just all controlled.
Guys, you know what? It's not. I don't believe this shit's controlled. I don't care what anybody says to me. There's no proof that it is. There's none. Donald Trump was an accident. They didn't think it would happen.
I really, really want to subscribe to that. I really, really do. Like my heart screams that this was the act of the people. This was the act of a country.
Yes, it was.
The voice of a collective that screamed out, no, we will not allow Hillary fucking Clinton and her squad of reptilian baby-eating monsters to control our country. And if you turn on the news right now, what we're seeing with the, have you heard anything about the Russian collusion in the past few weeks? No, because they've diverted it to else now, because that's just the nature of the beast.
Now it's the conservative. Now it's the racist shit.
Exactly.
It's all, guys, wake up. Seriously. First it was the Russians. Now it's the racist stuff. Donald Trump's rape. Wake the hell up. Seriously. It's so crazy. Like, open up your eyes. It's freaking so simple.
God, I want a burrito so bad right now.
God. Oh, shit.
Seriously, I would do anything for like a steak burrito right now with like everything on it.
Too funny.
I'm so hungry.
Right. But I'm telling you, this is serious. Like, this is no joke, guys. Hold on, I gotta get some of these. We're getting these birthdays in. Keep talking.
Oh, are we doing readings? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2.
Okay.
We're gonna do one guy that I screwed up his birthday last time.
Who?
Okay. Oh, he has the same birthday as my ex-husband. So I put in my ex-husband's birthday on accident.
Aww. Do you still have love for him?
Who, my ex-husband?
Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I wish him all the best, but.
Well, in that sense, you have love for him. You don't hate the guy.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been in love.
We have a serious chat presence. I don't know if you realize this.
We got a lot of people watching.
I love it. Like, it's amazing, you guys. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to do Spokane Vape Man. And actually, Jenny, what's really good is we did his chart last time, so you don't have to really, because what is really good is his ascendant didn't change. So
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so, and then we're going to do this person's birthday. It's somebody's birthday today. And hold on. I'll sit here all night. So.
Oh, I know. I'm just so hungry. Like the hunger just like came over me.
Heidi has launching the nukes. What does that mean? That's so funny. Oh God, I love when people write these funny comments.
You know, it's really funny. Ah, never mind.
No, say it.
I can't.
No, please.
Well, you know how it is. It's like drunken rantings. I'm gonna regret it. I'm not drunk, you guys. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. I mean, I'm not as I'm just kidding. Joke.
You're funny.
Jokey, jokey. I'm just a little tipsy. No, but what was I gonna say? Hold on.
I'm just looking for some birthdays.
No. I really had something good to say. Uh, I lost it. Yeah, it's gone into the ether.
Then it was good. You weren't supposed to say it.
Exactly. That's what I say. If you forget it, then it wasn't that important. It's not meant to be.
That's true.
By the way, you guys, I don't like red wine. I'm not a red wine. I like white wine. I like something sweet because I don't like alcohol. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like what it does to my skin. I just tonight.
What do you think it does to your skin?
It makes my skin kind of dull. Like tomorrow I'll wake up and my skin will be kind of like ruddy and like I'll have like a new pimple or something.
Don't you think you know what you should get when you drink is you get the swollen face like that?
Yeah. That happens too.
Yeah.
But whatever.
All right. So we are going to do, gosh, there's lots to do here.
It's really funny because like I heard
God.
I heard my mom make like a really crazy sound about an hour ago. Tonight's the finale of Game of Thrones. And so I'm trying to block out everything that I'm hearing because it's the finale and I'm not watching. And I heard her like let out this like mournful cry. And I'm like, no, I don't want to know what's going on. Like
you watch that? Does your mom watch it too? I know you watch it, obviously.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not watching it because like I've been going through so much shit in my life the past 2 weeks that I haven't watched Game of Thrones. Tonight's the finale and I'm not watching it. So that should indicate to you guys how serious this is.
Damn, that's serious.
Yeah. I don't care. But I hear her and her like visceral reaction to it and I have to like focus. And I'm like, no, probably my favorite person probably died. God, what I would do for a night with Jon Snow. Oh, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
Dude, like that's so funny because I could care like anything that's now I never liked anything on TV, but now that I know what it's all about, now I really can't watch TV.
No, I know. Even
HBO, to me, that's like that's all that on crack. Like I could never watch that. I can't watch anything anymore and think that unless it's coming from YouTube, like real human beings, I just can't deal with it.
I can't believe how many people are commenting. Like, it's just you and me. It's really funny. Like,
yeah, this is comical though, but I can't find like these birthdays because there's a lot of comments here. All right, so we're gonna go with the one that I have, and then this is the birthday girl, 8/27/66.
Okay. 8/27/66. Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what you should look at and stuff. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
So this person marches to the own beat of their own drum. So this person is an Aquarius. Definitely, I don't know. This would be dicey. Like you probably, this person right here doesn't like anything that I just said. We'll leave it at that. But that's okay. We still love you. This person, because I can see this from different charts. Like I can see people's views from charts. And you, I would say 100% definitely have an Aquarius ascendant, somebody that's like all about the freedom and the, change in society and, doing rebellious in a way. You like to be free That's an Aquarius. It's in the nakshatra of Denisa, marching to the own beat of your drum. Then you have, I'm going to give you like a little bit more than I normally would give somebody on these shows, just because it's a birthday and we didn't do many charts. Saturn in the second, I would say, can be for sure, can give you some worries about money. It can make you, like the rags to riches. Maybe when you were younger, you had money. There was family money things that happened that, you worry about money a lot. And could have some issues with siblings, possibly, if you even have siblings. And maybe some separation from the mother, you keep your emotions in, like big time, deep in secrets. Like you don't express how you feel, especially because you're a Capricorn moon. Yeah, you definitely are on kind of the other side, I would say, of what okay.
I'm starting to really appreciate Capricorn. Can I just tell you?
Capricorns are awesome. Like
I asked you to do a chart for my daughter, and she has a lot of Capricorn tendencies. And there's something about Capricorn that is very solid, unyielding. They don't give a shit. They're like, fuck.
They're like Virgos. Like their whole worlds could be crashing down. Yeah. They're gonna go to work the next day, and nobody's gonna know a goddamn thing.
Exactly. I have so much admiration and respect for that because I'm the complete opposite. I love it.
But so when you have your moon in the 12th and you have your moon in Capricorn, it's definitely, you want to know the secrets. You know secrets, you know the secrets, you want to know the secrets. But you could work in a hospital, maybe. I'm going to throw all these out there because I can't talk to you, but it's a lot of keeping things in and keeping things private, you have probably crazy dreams. And it's all about law and order. And you are definitely, that's the thing. When I see these charts and I can see people's beliefs and the way they swing or whatever, right, left, middle, whatever, you do really want the right thing. Like you are all about law and order. The thing is, you just, you have more planets leaning towards this one side. So, because I think I saw you said a comment on something about open up your eyes, Heidi, or something. So I can see why you can say these things. But the real thing is, you've got a lot of planets in Cancer, Aslacia, the snake, and that's not a bad thing because my sister has planets in Aslacia. So she's a double Cancer, Aslacia. And when you have this, you're very creative. You can slither through whatever you need to do to get something done. It's in the 6th house. So you might have enemies with women. You're good at just dealing with whatever, but you have like 4 planets conjunct in the 6th house in Cancer. 2 of them are in Aslacia. So it's definitely somebody that is goal oriented, that knows how to deal and how to get what they want using the right groups, the right networks, the right things to get what they want.
How about this person kind of is easily emotionally triggered into new, like lust, maybe like lust, kind of prone to like lust and passion?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I will tell you that the Ace of Cups jumped out. And this is about like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like it's an emotional thing. It's somebody that really cares, sort of thing. I don't know though.
Yeah, no. And I would say this 100% that's true. And this person is more driven, I would say, like you're going to be more attracted to power versus
anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, for sure. Like power, prestige.
Somebody for that though.
No, that's not a bad thing.
In this world, you'd be an idiot to be like, oh no, you know what I mean? Like, let's be realistic here.
Yeah. And this is the truth. I mean, you're getting the truth. Like this is what it is.
Oh my gosh, my boobs are out.
And
by the way, Heidi, I really love your top tonight. It's really pretty.
thanks. I wore it just to be a reptilian because it's snakeskin.
Yeah, because you're such a reptilian, right?
Somebody asked, so I just figured I'd just clarify it and wear my reptilian snakeskin. Oh.
It's really nice. I noticed it. I love the shoulderless, like the shoulder cutouts. I love that.
Yeah.
Really
Thanks, so
we should like plan a vacation soon or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to Florida. I'm gonna come to my mom's house.
Good. Come to South Beach. You love South Beach.
I love South Beach is my spot.
You described it perfectly. I think it was like last show you said that everybody's in their own world. And you're right. Everybody
don't talk to anybody.
They're drinking their mojitos and they don't give a shit about anybody else. And they're just in their own little bubble. And that's exactly what it is. They enjoy the weather. They enjoy their conversation. And that's the extent of it. And everybody goes home and like, gets what they want.
It's so true. All right. So I'm going to tell you what to look with this transit. Okay. You got to pull a card. And then I'm going to pull a tarot card too, just because I feel like mixing it up.
Do you have a card? Do you have cards? Ooh. Is that
I don't know what to do with them, but I'm going to start using them.
Oh my God. Wait, how come you didn't tell me about this? Wait a second.
I've had these for a while. I just don't mess with them because I don't know what to do with them.
Wait a second. Is the Rider-Waite deck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Heidi, this changes everything.
Why?
Because I'm tarot, you're astrology.
Yes. I don't know what they mean, so I'm just going to hold them up, and then you're going to interpret them.
Shit, I just dropped everything. Hold on.
All right, so this is the card we have for you.
What is it?
I don't know if you want me to play with tarot, though, because sometimes when I play with tarot, it gets deep.
It's okay. I'm seriously so turned on by this right now.
You didn't believe me that I had tarot cards?
I didn't even hear you say that.
Oh, you're funny. I told you that before we started. I said, I'm going to pull tarot cards too. And you're like, what? I don't think you even put it together. Why are tarot cards so big? Like, you can't even shuffle them like normal cards.
Dude, I had to get used to this. I was like, my hands are not big enough to deal with these cards, but you adapt. Wait, what card did you pull?
I don't know. I'm still shuffling. I got to make sure it's fair.
Let me tell you what this indicates right here, right now. Right. First of all, this is a quantum leap for you and I. Yeah. You are now dabbling in tarot. Now I need to really get serious with the astrology stuff, so that we can like meet each other in the middle. No,
yeah, and we're gonna really kick ass.
All right, let's do it.
And we're going to see how I interpret it, too. We're going to test it. I live on the spot.
Fucking excited.
All right, so this is for birthday. All right, ready? Are you ready? Because I just shuffled the hell out of these cards. Are we doing reverses or non-reverses? Tell me. What do we do?
Fucking bug. Oh, my God.
Tell me, are we doing reverses or no?
No.
Oh, you have a bug?
I don't do, yeah, a fucking bug just attacked me. I don't do reverses.
All right.
Never.
I would totally be the one that does reverses, but we shouldn't do that.
You should. You need to learn reverses. I don't do reverses.
I know reverse. That's the only way I know tarot is reverse. Because that's always my card.
It's personal preference. I don't.
Okay, no. So this one, she got an upright. I look at an upright as a good one.
I can't see shit.
Hold on.
It looks like a sword card to me.
Yeah. Let me tell you. She looks like she's holding a bunch of cards, like stressed out.
Is it 9 of Swords? I can't see anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, I really can't count.
Okay. 10.
10 of Swords, Ruin. Yikes. Okay. So that's
my card, but it's upright.
Okay, but it's still not very good.
Well, I would look at that as positive. But this is how Heidi's gonna read tarot cards. I'm gonna show you what I would say. She's got a lot of burdens going on right now. This is gonna be kind of funny, actually. So lots of burdens. but she'll handle it because she's a freaking Capricorn moon.
Yeah, sure. Listen, the Ten of Swords is about endings. This is about things coming to a crippling end and pain and all kinds of turmoil. This is not a positive card. Let me see if I can find. Oh, wow.
Fine.
This is the Ten of Swords right here. This is.
You pull that too?
Oh shit! Somebody just text me. Everybody needs to F off right now.
You just pulled the Ten of Swords too, just different decks?
Who is texting me? Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, don't let those people distract you.
Ten of Swords, this is ruin. Listen, this card can be, it is a definite indication of something that is crumbling. But what do we know about things that are crumbling? It can only crumble so far before new things spring forth from the ashes. Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, it really is about that. So it is a warning, but it's also an indication that you have an opportunity to turn things around. Okay. Yeah. So what would you say that this is in context of? Is this career? Is this love?
Look at her chart. Hold on.
Okay. Because I'll tell you something. The Ten of Swords is not the most ideal card.
Oh, shit. Yeah. This is all about relationships that you're ending. I'm going to reverse this for you. Okay. You're cleaning house and you will be. I'm giving you a step up and I don't even need this. I don't need this card. Okay. You're having Aquarius K2 in the first house.
Fucking card.
Yeah. You're cleaning house right now. So everything in your life, when K2 runs through your first house, yeah, you'll be tested. You think this person's right. You think this person's right. You're going to be fine. Like 100%. You will be fine because you're a Capricorn moon, completely okay, completely grounded, and you can handle it. But next, whatever is supposed to be removed is going to be removed out of your life, 100%. So learn the moksha thing is the most beautiful thing that you can ever accept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Who texted me though? How is that possible?
What do you mean? All right. What are you talking about?
I just got a text, but then someone on the chat said that they texted me, but there's no way that they have my number.
You'd be surprised. I got boxes sent to my house. I got packages sent to my house, so people probably have your number. Jeff
Doherty is on our chat right now.
Hi Jeff, I promise you, I said tomorrow I'm going to do Elvis's chart on your channel. We can bring Jenny too.
I'm a disaster. You don't want me. I'm a disaster.
Jenny, no, everybody wants you on their channels.
You're a disaster.
They're not.
Yeah.
Jenny's fine. Jenny is look, this is what Jenny needs. Seriously. So don't anybody hate on Jenny or we'll be mad.
We'll be mad. Listen, I'm going through a lot right now, you guys. I'm not entirely myself. This is me kind of like acting out and being kind of reckless. My heart is broken.
Yeah, you're not a Virgo. Look, and I'm a Virgo. You're not a Virgo. Okay. Sunshine on, the birthday girl. You're not a Virgo, right?
I can't believe you have tarot cards, Heidi.
Yeah, I've had them for a while.
I feel slightly betrayed, but I don't know because like tarot is my thing and astrology is your thing.
Look, I keep them in this shiny little sack and I don't touch them. Okay.
You said sack.
You know what we should do? We should go through all the zodiac signs. You want to?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna do that after I do this one last chart.
Okay.
And we're going to do tarot on the zodiac signs.
Will you teach me how to do the Kala software?
Yeah. All right. So next person we're doing. So let me go back to this birthday girl because I feel like this was
my boobs. Jesus.
So here's what I got to say to this person. 100% you're going to be transforming because you went through a heavy energy in the first house. Complete change.
Huge.
Definitely went into isolation mode. You wanted to keep to yourself. And right now you're getting then you had all these planets conjunct in your sixth house, hidden enemies, hidden things. Unless you're a doctor or you deal with sixth house matters on a day-to-day basis, which you very well might. I will say, like, you've been getting affected with this intense Mars conjunct Sun, like strictly in the sixth house. So enemies, just stress. So you've been stressed. I promise you, things will loosen up a lot more. You have a lot to look forward to. You're cleaning house. You're going to be fine. You're going to start. The main focus of everything changing in your life is shifting. Now you're going to start cleaning house. So you changed. K2 in the first is complete transformation. And then in the 12th, it clears everything that's not supposed to be in your life. Now, you are going to go through emotionally. The next 18 months will be a little stressful when it comes to emotions and when it comes to your feelings. It's probably going to be the most emotional you'll ever be because you're not very emotional and you keep things in. So, and this is probably not the reading you wanted for your birthday. And I'm sorry, but sometimes people need to hear this. Like this is the reading I would have to hear for me. It's like you're not a Virgo at all. You have no planets in Virgo. Virgo's your 8th house. Just like I'm a Virgo, right? I'm September 12th, 1984. That's my birthday. And I never bought into that Virgo nonsense. I was never a Virgo. But your moon is in Capricorn. So you might have related a little more to Virgo because Capricorns are very similar to Virgos. Hard workers, you think about like just going to business and you just want to handle the details. So it's more Capricorn than Virgo. You have no planets in Virgo. And your sun sign, which is what everybody thinks they are, is Leo. You have a lot of creativity. You are one of the most creative people and healing creative people. Like that's all over your chart. So you just can't get boggled down by enemies or relationships and external influences that can influence your life. So focus on yourself, which you probably have been for the past 18 months. And I promise you things are going to get a lot better.
You're so pretty, Heidi.
Oh, that was so sweet.
No, you really are. You guys, how beautiful is Heidi? And I will say that you are most beautiful when you are like in the trenches of your work, like in the trenches of what it is that you're passionate about. Astrology, I know that for you, astrology was not something that came, it wasn't easily won. You know what I mean? Like based on your upbringing, based on your conditioning, astrology was something that was fucking foreign. You were like, what?
No, I was a Virgo and I was like, I'm the most un-Virgo fucking person that there is.
Exactly. And it couldn't be more out of your spectrum. But there is nothing more beautiful to me than somebody who finds themselves steeped, entrenched in the beauty and the fucking like just like rawness of what it is that they love to do, whether or not it's convenient or not. And you have this like natural, I love it. It's like seeing somebody set a flame. It's amazing. What is it?
It's a blank card. I don't know how I got a blank tarot card, but I have a blank
That'll happen. You know what I do? I take those cards out. I put them aside because they will come up.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what I think this is. This is a blank slate. So this is my reading this is my last final word for her. Mm-hmm. You have a clean slate. Clean the house, clean the slate. And you're on to new beginnings. And that card's never going to be picked up ever again because it's probably going to go in the trash. Okay. And you might be the only one that gets that card ever.
Well, okay. You can take it out so that doesn't happen to you.
I don't know. I kind of like that card. Maybe we should make our own deck. See, this is how Heidi works.
I would like to do. I'd like to make my own tarot deck.
You should, Jenny, because you're very artistic. All right. Last person we have to do is the person I screwed up his birthday, like I said, and then we're going to do the zodiac signs.
Okay.
So we got about another 20 minutes.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
All right. So this person Spoke vape man. You know what's really funny, Jenny? I don't think you got to hear this. Did you hear this? This was my ex-husband's birthday.
Maybe.
No, you didn't hear it. Hold on, let's make sure I put the right year in. 1974.
I've never, can I just say?
No, 1973.
Publicly that I have never dated a person over the age. I'm 28 years old, and I've never dated a person over the age of 30.
Okay, I have a 40-year-old minimum.
Really? Yeah, and we've talked about this, and that's hard for me because I relate very deeply with people that are like my age and maybe a little bit older, but certainly not younger. But older people, I'm just like, ugh. Like,
see, I'm all about the old. Like, the older, the better. That's how I work.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes.
I have to pee so bad.
God. This is probably the funniest show we've ever done so far. This is good. All right. So you right here, 5/27/73, and you wrote 73, but I swear you said 74 in that last message you sent me. Please, vape man, put your birthday, the full thing, so I can please do this. He's not on, is he? '73. Okay, yeah. So we need. It was fast. All right, so 73 San Antonio.
Okay.
You good?
Much better. I can focus now. I've had to pee for the past like 45 minutes.
You're good.
Okay. I hope everybody's cool with that.
Okay, so this is the person we did last week, but we screwed up because I put my ex-husband's birthday, but you still read cards for him.
I did.
Yeah, so
cards never lie. It's all chalked up to the interpreter. Okay, and I will tell you guys sometimes I make mistakes. Most of the time I don't.
All right, this human being right here, Spokeman 74, whatever the hell your name is, May 27, 73, San Antonio. Okay, 100%, you're still a Capricorn. Like, you're a Capricorn with a Capricorn ascendant is down to business. We talked about Capricorns a lot tonight. So yeah. you got the gist. We don't need to talk about it anymore. And just hard workers, you never act like anything's wrong. But you have Jupiter in the first house. But Jupiter is actually debilitated. Like, you love that word, right, Jenny? Jupiter is debilitated.
Debilitated Venus.
No, this is a debilitated Jupiter. So this is different. And I look at this as a positive because I've got some debilitated planets. But when you have debilitated Jupiter, you're just not going to believe like the norm. Like, you're never going to believe the conventional belief system. Jupiter's your beliefs. Jupiter is guru, knowledge, happiness, wisdom, evolution. So sometimes when you have a debilitated Jupiter, you can be more of a pessimistic person, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
But, and I think that's smart. I look at life.
What it is it gives you a very like logical outlook on things. You're very kind of skeptical.
Yes, absolutely.
And in this age, you have to have a level of skepticism in order to survive. Because if you're like me and you're like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, you
Jenny,
have
Jenny's optimistic. Heidi's the Debbie Downer in the group. I look at the glass half, what is it, empty. Jenny looks at it half full.
Yeah.
But Jenny looks at it half full.
No more. No more.
Yeah, no more. You're getting smarter.
I'm getting older is what's happening. I'm getting older and I'm suffering. So that's what happens. Is like you learn with age and time and suffering that like
exactly
it is not what you fucking thought it was. Okay.
Now, so Jupiter also in the first, I'm going to say people will look up to you no matter what. So people are going to look up to you like a leader or like a guru, even though, not saying you're a guru, and you spend money easily too, because you don't care. It's like when you have Jupiter in the first and Mars in the second, you easily spend money. It just is what it is. You just don't care. It's, you just do. It's not a bad thing. You just, it's unfulfilling and people look up to you. Also, Rahu in the 12th. You're going to always be attracted to foreign people, foreign things, foreign cultures, foreign land.
Me, Rahu in the 12th, right?
Yes, you have.
That's how I can relate. I'm just saying, it's not about me. I'm just saying that's how I can relate.
Okay. Absolutely, Jenny, you're right. You're dead right. But it's in the nakshatra of Purvashada, which sometimes can be troubles with the law. So you might have gotten in trouble here and there. A lot of this like lawbreaker right here. But it can be somebody that does well with other cultures, other countries, other things. You probably don't sleep well. You have crazy dreams. But like the other person I did earlier, they might not have had problems sleeping when you might have issues sleeping. Rahu in the 12th. Now, this also could have gotten you in trouble, like thrown you in jail for something stupid, here or there. And it maybe not, but just saying it could have. The only thing I'm going to say is you've got Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn conjunct in the 5th house of children. Creativity. You're so freaking creative that it's like, I don't even know what to say. It's Rohini, pleasure. You're always looking for pleasure, seeking something, always searching for women. Like it's an unfulfillment, a lot of like 5th house activity. The 5th house is intelligence, emotions, romance, children, speculation, luck, kidnap, affairs, creativity, entertainment, advisor, ancient knowledge, media, writing, stock market, creative self-expression. So when you have all those planets in that house, it's also astrology, but it's in Rohini. So you are always going to be seeking like creativity and pleasure, like all the time. And there's a lot of planets there. So it's intense. And I'm not going to go into all that right now here on this, but I can say that, well, you might have kids, and if you have kids, then maybe there's some karma with children. Maybe.
Okay. So anybody that knows me really well knows that I have kind of a unconventional tarot reading style. And just for anybody who doesn't know, sometimes what I'll do is I will flip through my tarot cards almost as if they're a comic book. And what they will do is they will illustrate for me a story. Okay. And I use my intuition in tandem with my tarot to kind of show me a snapshot of what's going on. And here in this particular situation, we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Discs. And when the two of these are working together, what is being communicated to me is somebody who is very goal-oriented, somebody who has a very clear idea of what it is that they want, but for whatever reason, that hasn't been the case. And so this could have everything to do with like, they didn't find the right partner, they don't have the right job, but their vision is there. You know what I mean? And their ideal, the ideal is there. They have a very clear, they're not, what's the word? They're not disillusioned in any way. They're not caught up in fantasy. They know what reality is. They know what fantasy is. But it's kind of like, how do we get to this place of balance where we have the family life, we have the physical, the material comforts and that sort of thing. So this person is very much interested in having it all. And I do feel guided to tell this person that it is possible. This person has the ability to have the the physical and the emotional. It's just all a matter of like kind of dotting your I's and crossing your T's sort of thing. Tens are really like, tens are indicative of a process starting over. So endings and beginnings, you know what I mean? Completion, if you will. So I really do feel like you're kind of at this phase right now where like a lot of shit is behind you. You've learned a lot of lessons and you're coming into this place where everything is so clear, and clear in a way that is like almost crippling. You're like, oh my God, I see it. I know. You know what I mean? Like, believe me, I can relate. I know what you mean.
Jenny, can I just stop and say something? Yeah. This person's 7th house has K2 and Ardra, Gemini.
Uh-oh.
You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching exactly what you're supposed to be saying to yourself too. So just so I needed to tell you that.
Yeah.
Good. Continue. Okay.
No, that's it. I mean, like, really, that's it. Like, this person really can have it all. The completion of the physical, the completion of the emotional, that place where you're like, all right, I got it. I have the family life is squared away. The emotional life is squared away. The physical life is squared away. But it's like, it really does come down to the fine details. And what's the birthday on this person?
May 27th. This person probably thinks he's a Gemini. He actually thinks he's a Gemini, right? I would say it's a Gemini, May.
Okay.
I don't know.
That does make sense.
Let's go with Taurus. And Taurus is all about pleasure, creativity. So I'm going to read my notes and then you can go off of that.
Okay.
He's like keeps putting money on these things, which I don't even know how that works, but these super chats. So we're going to give him a little extra stuff here. So sexually seductive, attractive, alluring, desire, best business person. It's ruled by the moon. It's one of the 3 most creative nakshatras. And when you have this mass amount of planets in this nakshatra Rohini, literally, it's so creativity. Like if music, musician, anything, acting, musician,
art,
all over the map. It's creativity.
Okay.
Business too, finances. But Rohini is more about wants nice things. So when you have, a lot of planets in this, you're going to worry about money. You're going to worry about having nice stuff, nice cars, nice fine luxuries, whatever it is, because you have planets. And it's a guy. I think so. But there's a lot of stress because a lot of it is in this house. So when the majority of your astrology chart goes into this house, you better either like do something with this house or you're going to go crazy. It's like,
oh God.
Yeah. You're very intuitive and very psychic too. But it's all about worrying about money. You like things neat and tidy. You're a good designer. You like things pretty, real estate, all that kind of good stuff.
We did really good in the chat. Everyone's so awesome. You guys are so amazing. Like,
all right, I want you to pick a card, Jenny, for him. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, he's about to clean house too with the 12th house. So this is going to be intense. You're going to be clearing house. Anything that's not supposed to be in your life is going to go away.
It's scary. It's so scary, man.
Yeah.
Really it is. It's the most frightening thing there is. But at the same time, like if you were not equipped to deal with it, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah. He's way more grounded than you are about it though, Jenny. Like I'm just saying this in a very sweet, loving way because you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like it's emotionally not hitting you because you're emotionally like able to handle shit like this.
No, right. Like, cause I'm fairly certain that I'm going to die.
You're going to be fine, Jenny. You're going to be 100% fine. Jenny is going to be a new change, the change we want to see. What does Rex say?
Be the change that you want to
see. That's right. You're going to be fine.
Rex.
You're going to call me every day and you're going to be fine. You're 100% going to be good.
Okay.
You are.
All right.
All right. So pull a card for him for endings.
Endings. Got it.
You got that energy. You have that energy going. So you're good.
Right. It's already there, y'all.
You're going to pick out the exact card he needs to hear.
All right.
And I'm going to pick one with you because I'm learning tarot.
Oh, I can't wait. You need to learn tarot, and
He got the sun from me upright. Damn, Heidi's feeling positive today.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
The sun is good. Listen.
Absolutely. It's great.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, the Knight of Discs. Again, we said this was a guy. So this is 100% a male. This is about a guy who is very diligent. He's very goal-oriented. It really is all about, he understands and appreciates the work ethic and the value of hard work and the value of family. Like, this is a family oriented guy. This is a guy that's healthy. He's physically, emotionally healthy, and he really wants to like soar. Like, he really wants to like fly emotionally, spiritually. He wants to fly. He wants to do big things. So if you've pulled the sun, this is about new beginnings, and this isn't easy. The Knight of Discs is all about toil and work and like production. You know what I mean? This isn't something that's going to come easy, but this is about a guy who is like ready to buckle down, a guy who's like totally fully aware of the responsibility that he's taking on. So it's certainly not the easiest task of all, but I think it's totally relevant.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Like, he's going to be good. I'm going to pull another card just for fun.
Sure. What is that? I can't see.
It's all these opportunities.
I can't
with
see.
all those things, those pages of pentacles, right?
Cups. How many cups? I can't read numerals.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, seven of
That's
discs.
good, right?
Is it so? It's upright.
It's upright. But I might have swindled it, but it's okay. That's me. Look, I'm saying whatever I need to. I'm going to read tarot in a weird way.
7 of discs is about worrying about physical things. So he's definitely.
Let me tell you about him.
He's concerned. There's concern there.
This is something I had to say. Stop worrying about money and materialistic shit. Get over it.
Right.
He needs to stop it.
Okay.
That's not you, Jenny, him. Okay.
Right,
so
no, I hear you.
You're like, okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that's so great. All right. Yeah. So stop worrying about it because he's so focused on that stuff that consumes him. How to make money, business, it's the 5th house.
Yes.
Stop worrying about it and it will come. That's my best advice to him.
Absolutely. Because the 7 of discs really is about that place that it's kind of like a very transient place in terms of work and materialistic stuff where you're like, you're very unsure. You're very worried about what's going to happen next. You know, there are senses of abandonment. There's senses of not being clear about what the future holds. And we're talking strictly materialistically. But when
it's all materialistic for sure.
But when we're talking about material, we're also talking about our sense of security. So it is a security issue, but it really is all in the mind. So I think that this person should really be aware of that it really is all in the mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. You have a strong mind, so you're fine. Okay. So then we're going to go through the zodiac signs. This is going to be fun. This is new. Something we just decided to invent 2 seconds ago. We're going to go through all the zodiac signs and we are going to give our cards and Jenny's going to interpret mine. So that's what's going to happen. I'll help. Don't worry. Jenny, we got 20 more minutes. Ready? We got to snap up. All right. This is an Aries. We're going to start with Aries and I'm going to go with not your sun sign. You have to know your ascendant. This is an ascendant that we're going to be talking about. So when I say that and you don't know your ascendant, go to Joni Patri's website, galacticcenter.org. Okay. She has a free birth chart calculator. You can go there and put it in. Look at your ascendant. ASC, Lagna, ascendant. That's the terms I'm given for these tarot readings we're about to do. First card. This is for an Aries. What is this, Jenny? This is the 8 with the sun with the cups.
Eight of Cups.
Yeah.
This is okay. When we're talking about the Eight of Cups, we're talking about a letting go. We're talking about walking away, giving up.
Yeah. So an Aries ascendant, this is what you're dealing with. And Jenny, you got to pick a card too.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, this is both of us. Heidi's not a tarot reader. Mine's just giving it a little.
No, I was looking at the chat just now, but we're talking. Okay, so when we're talking about the Eight of Cups, we're talking about a situation where there is no more emotional energy left to give, and somebody really kind of decides to walk away and give up.
Good.
So it's not my favorite.
New beginnings, death and rebirth. It's great.
New beginning, sure, totally. Okay, so am I pulling a card?
You're gonna pick one for the Aries.
Ooh, okay. So we have Lust. So my deck that I use, we call this Lust. But in the old decks like Rider-Waite, you will know this in the Rider-Waite deck as Strength. And this is all about resourcefulness. This isn't about brute strength. This is about a different type of strength. So this is about like using resources that are available to you and being kind of cunning, being really clever, being real slick about shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking doing what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Sorry about my language, you guys. I just
we're good.
Really
keep
don't
trucking. Keep it going. We're good. We're raw. We're raw and hardcore. Okay.
All right.
Next. Wait, we can't even talk. So we got Aries. Sign 2. Oh my God. All right. This is for the next. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Taurus.
I don't really like
Temperance.
I don't really like Taurus all that much, I'll be honest with you.
You know, I didn't either because it's my opposite sign, and that's why you don't like it right now intuitively, because it's your no, I'm not gonna go there right now.
So you have Temperance and I have the Star. Let me tell you about Temperance. Temperance is all about utilizing lessons that you've learned, whether hard won or easily won over the course of your life. So like literally every mistake that you've ever made, the lessons that you learned as a result of that, integrating that into your life, into your work, into your relationships, into your personal life. This is about utilizing everything that you've learned in your life and putting it into action. And so I have the Star for the Taurus. And what I love about this, first of all, when we're talking about 2 major arcana cards, we're talking about serious external forces. We're talking about karma. We're talking about huge forces working for Tauruses right now. The Star card is all about hope, unexpected hope, miracles, galactic alignments, galactic families, star families, aliens. Like sometimes we're talking about obsession. We're talking about kind of the shadow and all that stuff, but everything that it entails is the bigger picture. And it is a positive card. It's all about having hope. So this is positive. Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. Like that's because Taurus is my opposite sign. So like the first time I did a Taurus chart, I was like on Rex's channel. I was like, oh, Taurus is my opposite sign. I can't stand it. And now I'm like the Taurus master, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because they're like, it's exactly what just happened with what you did. It's kind of
funny. Okay. I don't give a shit about Taurus.
Sign 3, we're going to Gemini.
Oh, Gemini.
Oh, Gemini's reverse. Not gonna lie. Okay, Gemini. This is rising sign. Relax, Jenny. This isn't you. Your moon is Gemini. Okay. So this is the 7 of upward downs with swords.
7 of swords.
Upside down. So Gemini ascendants. Okay. Hey, wait. Hold on. Jenny, can I show you? This is a hint. Ready, Jenny?
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, right? You know, you get my signs, right? You know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, we're Gemini ascendant. Anybody who's a Gemini ascendant, reverse.
Okay.
This is what we're dealing with.
All right. So when we're talking about 7 of swords, especially reversed, we're talking about secrets. We're talking about giving into fantasy. Okay. We're talking. Yes. We're talking about kind of surrendering ourselves to the weaker side of ourselves. And it's all about kind of like Yeah, no problem. We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
You know,
Nothing's wrong. Oh,
yeah,
blah, blah,
exactly.
blah.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. No problem. No problem. You know damn well there's a problem. You know damn well it's not going to get done. That's what that's about. That's what that's about. And 7 is a very transient number. 7
Let's go with 7. 7 is the house of marriage, partnerships, relationships.
Right. 7 is about movement. 7 is about transitioning. 7 is not nearly as stable as 8. 8 being an even number, 8 is about stability. Let's see what we got here. All right, so another sword card. We have the 4 of swords. This is truce. This is about rest, introspection, not doing anything. It's kind of like when you don't know what to do, do nothing sort of thing. So for all Gemini, did you say Gemini ascendants? Is that what it is? That's what we're
rising sign, Gemini ascendants. We're going through the rising signs. Go to Joni Patri's website.
Okay. So for Gemini ascendants right now, hold your shit. Just wait. Just hold on.
Don't make any stupid moves.
Don't do anything just yet. Just wait. Just wait. Okay.
Even with that swords reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm learning. We're learning as we're going. Just like you're going to do with this.
Don't give into fantasy. Just hold on a second. Things will become clearer. Okay.
Cancers. Good old fashioned cancers.
Love Cancer.
Cancers are the 3 of
3 of Cups.
Yeah, the glass is up.
Yeah, the 3 of Cups. Okay, that's good. 3 of Cups is about celebration. It's about femininity, bridal showers, baby showers, that sort of thing. Drinking, indulgence. Sometimes it is about being impulsive, and this could indicate affairs and things like that. So let me see what I have. Well, just one second.
Now, this is fun. We're going to do this every week because this is a lot less stress on Heidi. This is way more easy. It's more putting you under the gauntlet.
So we have the Tower. So, and that's not very good. The 3 of Cups and the Tower is not my favorite combination because this does indicate affairs, secrecy, doing what the hell you want to do, regardless of what other people say, regardless of consequences. So when we're talking about Cancer, we're talking about people that are very emotionally triggered, people that are run by their emotions, their feelings, love and lust and that sort of thing. So this is kind of a warning to be prepared and also to keep your emotions in check. And also when it comes to addictions, things like addictions, drinking and
drinking,
and things like that, to be very wary of that, because we're kind of at a time right now where it's really easy to give into that sort of thing. But this is an indication to be careful. Be careful. Okay.
Good. Like it. Okay. So number 5 is Leo. So this is for the Leos out there.
Okay.
No,
it's a reverse. It looks like a page. What is it?
Page of Swords reversed.
Well, that makes sense because I'll tell you something about the Page of Swords. He's secretive, very secretive, kind of spiteful, slightly spiteful, very intelligent, very intuitive. But
all right, we're talking about Mr. Trump right now. Relax. No, I'm kidding.
Well, listen, I will say that Trump he has an ego.
Absolutely, he has an ego. Yeah, and so do I. We all do.
Yeah, of course we do. And Leo in particular is a guy or a gal that is very concerned with themselves, concerned with their image, concerned with what they can gain from the world.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Priestess. This is an interesting one. I was not expecting
for all the Leos.
I wasn't expecting this to come up. The Priestess is very interesting. And what comes to mind right now, strictly intuitively speaking, not just based on my knowledge of the cards, is psychic vampirism and the temptation that arises from being very close to that control mechanism where you realize that you have control of people. And you realize that you're usually the smartest, most attractive, most dynamic person in the room, and what you're capable of pulling off.
Yeah.
And so this is like, be careful. This is your power. This is indicating to you your power, but it also presents to you a question. What are you going to do with your power? Are you going to help? Or are you going to hinder? Okay, Leo? Okay.
Yeah, and because look, this isn't all just the Donald Trump reading. This is for all the egotistical.
Everybody. Yeah.
Don't worry. My sun sign's in Leo. I'm an egotistical Leo too. So relax. All right.
You just text me. Go away.
Yes. Ego's healthy though. So Virgos, this is what I'm not. Ready? No. So this is the 2 of upwards. These, what are they? 2 of, what is this? It's the guy with the stars juggling them.
I can't see. Is it the Emperor?
It's the 2.
2 of discs. Change. Okay. What sign is this now?
2.
Well, what sign? What comes after Leo?
Oh, Virgo. This is for the good old Virgos.
Okay, that's cool. So when we're talking about 2 of discs, we are talking about a change of job, location, status, rank, that sort of thing. A change of location. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Okay.
I'm gonna do some better shuffling.
Virgo. Shuffling is important. When it comes to tarot, it is important that you clear your mind, you charge your deck, you kind of focus that intention very clearly.
This is a Heidi tarot lesson. But in the gauntlet. This is the Heidi gauntlet. Like I put it in the gauntlet.
This is boot camp. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. Listen, every time the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is my least favorite court card in the deck because she always indicates somebody that is extremely sharp. Right. She's sharp. She's kind of void of emotion in a way that me personally, I can't relate to because I'm always emotional. And so this person is the type of person that does what needs to be done regardless of the consequence. She doesn't care. She has her priorities and that's all that matters. So when we're talking about,
this is so funny though, like because of our conference.
Really funny.
Holy shit, this is great. All right, keep going. Keep it going. This is so fun. This is entertainment. Seriously.
No, but the Queen of Swords is also, she's a wonderful ally. She's somebody that's great on your team. She is resourceful. She's very intelligent and she's sharp. She doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care. She's like, I'm going to do it. If it's for the greater good, if it's for
her,
do it. Right. But she is the enemy that you do not want to have. Okay. She is the person that you want in your corner, but you don't want her going against you. Okay, so that's important. And also she does have a sensitivity about her, but for the most part, when it comes down to her priorities, she can become so void of emotion that you won't recognize her. Okay, so this is, in my opinion,
this is Heidi Vandenberg / this is my card, FYI.
Heidi
so like we could just admit it that this is me. Okay.
You're too hard on yourself.
But you know damn well every reading you ever have done for me, this freaking bitch comes up.
You're the Queen of Swords, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because so let's not hide it.
No, like and furthermore, this is a card about priorities and things that matter, things that produce, productivity and efficiency and things like that. There's no room for feelings. There's no room for emotion. Nobody gives a shit about your fucking feelings. This is about getting things done. Okay.
Love it. Okay. And that's for all the other Virgos out there, even though I'm not. This is a Virgo rising because people are still asking questions. Go to Joni Patri, put your birth chart in. It's your rising sign. I've already made that. Like I've decided that early in this thing, even though it could be your sun sign or moon sign, but just let's go with ascendants. Okay, so after Virgo, we got Libra. Libra ascendants. Your ascendant changes every 2 hours. Ooh, Libra's got a nice card. King of Cups upright.
Okay, like that's cool. I like.
Right? That's what I would guess. Is that the boss?
Well, what I really love about the Libra ascendant and the King of Cups combination, plus the King of Discs.
This person's in charge.
a very political person, a liaison, somebody that works in between parties.
Mediators.
Yes, somebody that works in between parties that conflict each other. So this is the type of person that is like an ambassador. He really wants peace. He really is doing work for the greater good, and he's willing to sacrifice his own personal opinions and perspectives for the greater good. So, and the Libra, that's what I personally understand about the Libra, is that the Libra, it really is all about balance and clarity, regardless of the personal experience and the personal perspective of things. So that, I mean, this is actually pretty good. It's very masculine right now. So I think that this is speaking directly to either the men or the masculine facets of all Libras right now. So this is about being a politician, being a liaison, being very political and diplomatic in all of your affairs, and being fair. It's very much being fair.
Sorry, I would just love to know who disliked this video right now, because I just
disliked it. F off.
One freaking moron. It's probably number 29 who likes to roll in and cause some ruckus.
You're jealous.
All right, here we go. This is my card, Scorpio. Oh God, I don't even want to know what this is right now. This is giving me a panic attack.
What is it? I can't see.
Oh,
Ace of Swords. What is it?
Yeah, but it's reversed. Ace of Wands reversed. And we got the gray freaking screen.
I'll tell you something.
Be honest, Jenny. Just give it to me straight. Go ahead.
I don't work with reverses. No, like almost never. I research it.
Well, I do. Tell me what the Ace of Swords means and I'll reverse it for us.
Well, okay. So the Ace of Swords is all about a new challenge, a psychological challenge, a new undertaking, whether it's business. It has nothing to do with emotion. It has nothing to do with a relationship, and it has nothing to do with like a new, like, it has everything to do with like a new job or a new like fucking blog or a new website or a new career, but it has nothing to do with a new relationship, nothing to do with family or anything emotional. This is purely about logistics and numbers and like very physical, materialistic things. Okay. So when we reverse that, you said wands or swords?
So I don't know, the fucking, oh, sorry. The wands.
Oh, okay. Wands. So
something's going to end in my life.
Wands is about passion. Okay.
Passion? Well, it's probably this.
Tell me.
I don't know. This is astrology stuff. To God, you put me on the spot here with the tarot.
I know. What? Wait, what?
But no, let's keep going with it because I want to hear it. Go ahead.
What sign is this right now?
For Scorpio rising and Scorpios. Good old Scorpios.
Okay, well, listen, this is what I understand about Scorpios is that they are very passion driven, and that it's all about what makes them feel good and what makes them feel alive and passionate. Okay, so this might be okay, so what this feels like to me is this is an indication to kind of to keep your passion in check. And be like, you know what, for once in your life, how about it's not about what feels good, but about what's right? Because if ever there was a time in history where it isn't about just you and your world and what revolves around you, maybe it is about humanity. And maybe it is doing something unconventional and something you wouldn't imagine yourself doing, so that maybe you can give and you can produce instead of taking and doing what feels good, what feels right for you. Does that make sense? And like,
I like that. That made me feel a lot better after that card I pulled.
Good. Well, that's really all.
All right, Scorpios, we're good. Don't relax.
Wands, you're not going to believe it. Ace of Wands upright. So this is about a Scorpio.
Oh, you have an upright one? Yeah. You picked it?
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut the front door.
To God.
Oh my God. Love it. Go ahead.
This is about balance. I've always felt that Scorpio, personally speaking, Scorpio is one of my favorite. It is probably my favorite sign because it's water, it's sexual.
It's the best freaking sign that there will ever run this earth.
Scorpio is my best friends, lovers, and friends, all Scorpios. So this is about balance. Your passion, the world needs your passion. Okay. Yeah. But check your intention. Is it about you? Or is it about the world?
Mine's about the world. honestly.
Well,
I don't give a shit about
you're
myself.
evolved though. You're evolved. You know what I mean?
Sorry, so maybe I'm being selfish on this reading, that's tarot reading I'm getting with Jenny. But yeah, so for the majority of Scorpios, should be your lesson. Ready?
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
Sag.
This is what I am Western.
Okay.
God, the world reversed.
Oh my God. What the hell? That's a tough one.
No, because this is Scorpio and Sag. This is my rising sign for both ways. It's always bad. It's okay. I'm used to this shit. Like, if it was good, I would think something was wrong. Like,
right.
This is how I work. So Sagittariuses can handle it.
Well, if there's one thing that I understand about Sagittarius is that they are very much about the collective. They love their freedom, obviously. They love their freedom. They love to do their own thing. At the same time, they're really good at following rules, and they're really, really good at integrating themselves with like collectives. So like Sagittariuses make really good law enforcement officers, government workers, teachers, and things like that. Let's see what I have. And I have the Two of Swords. And this is all about coming into agreements with the collective. So like coming into agreements with the people that they're working with. So Sagittarius, for you, what was it? The world reverse?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm kind of at a loss right now.
All right. We'll pull another card.
Blink. Okay.
Ace of Cups not upside down. So straightforward.
Okay.
So ending and new beginnings. That's what I would say.
Well, honestly, like if there was ever an aspect that the Sagittarius was missing, it is the emotional aspect, because the Sagittarius is all about like the fire and the earth and the air, and not about the emotion. So if there's anything that a Sagittarius is lacking, it is that emotional vulnerability. You know what I mean? So it almost does feel as if like the Sagittarius needs to kind of surrender a portion of themselves to this emotional side that they haven't before, because there's a lot to be gained there. I know.
Okay, sorry, because I play both sides. I'm living in an oh God, this sounds so weird. So I'm an actress playing a part. That's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm an alien that dropped out of the sky. That's my life, because I have K2 in the first house and Scorpio with Mars. And even though pretend like I'm Western, it's in Sagittarius. So it's just as goofy. And I play both parts. So I always listen to my rising sign, Scorpio and Sagittarius.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, this might be all about Heidi tonight. I might be pulling a Donald Trump. Next person, or what's after Sagittarius? Capricorn.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Ace of Pentacles.
Oh my God, that's seriously probably my favorite card. Are we talking about Capricorn?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to tell you guys, the Ace of Pentacles is all about all of the elements, earth, water, air, fire, brought into manifestation on the physical plane. So this is very indicative of a long-lasting, steady, stable period of time where you have either good health, a great business venture, something about a living situation or a relationship. This is a very positive card. This doesn't indicate any kind of a warning of a downfall or any kind of a falling apart of anything. The Ace of Pentacles is about the beginning of something long lasting, steady, stable, and good and strong. Like it's really good. Whenever the Ace of Discs comes up in a reading for a client, I'm so excited to talk about it because it's really good news. It's good news.
Okay, I'm annoyed that we have. Okay, somebody deleted a dislike and then reinstated it.
It's just one person.
I don't like any of those.
They're probably just
hey, look, let me tell you something. If you don't understand this by now, if you don't like us, just don't subscribe and don't watch us. It's real simple.
Go away.
Go away. Go watch some other channel that you can go troll around on, because you're not going to troll on mine. And I will find you. And you don't want me
fucking find you.
Yeah, you don't want me to find you. Trust me, because I will make your life miserable. All right, next. Aquarius.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, Aquarius has the star. Upright.
Oh, I love the star. The star came up several times in personal readings over the
This
week.
is good. Like we have a lot of cards that now that I'm shuffling them up, they're getting good.
Okay.
Jenny,
So
and they're intertwining with yours nicely.
if you, of course, naturally. So you have the star and I have the four.
Aquariuses.
Listen, Aquarius, listen to me. This is a time of introspection. If you're going through something right now that is very messy, very challenging, the key here when we're talking about the star and we're talking about the Four of Swords, we're talking about a time of rest. It's almost like when you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Just think positively. Don't entertain negative thoughts. Don't entertain the fears. Don't feed the fear. Don't feed the anger. The star is all about unexpected hope and miracles and things just kind of working out the way that they should. It's a very positive card. It's very hard to extract some kind of a negative meaning from this particular card. The Four of Swords also is about letting what's in the past be in the past and letting it go. And that mental challenge that is summoned of you to let it be in the past, not keep bringing it up and opening old wounds. So this is about a focus on the future, Aquarius, okay?
Yeah. It's probably that troll that's sitting there.
Right. Just who cares? Probably just playing with his dick sitting there.
Oh, here, wait. Donald Trump troll. Maybe you got offended by my Donald Trump troll.
Who cares? Like, oh my God, go away.
All right, last one, Jenny. This is the Pisces. All right, so I'm gonna really shuffle this seriously.
Okay.
I might put it on pause. All right, hold on. This is serious.
Just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm the Pisces.
And this is my moon. This is how I think, but we're not doing moon signs tonight. This is all about ascendant. Jenny, ready? Oh my God, I'm nervous. Should I do it off air and then like think about this?
No, just do it.
All right, I didn't even look.
Oh.
Oh my God, you don't even want to know what it is.
What is it?
Shut the front door. You don't want to know what it is.
Tell me.
I should text it to you.
Is it the Seven of Discs?
No, it's the 2 with the lion on the top of the cups with like making amends.
Wait, well, what?
Hold on, I gotta send it to you. Hold on.
Wait, I can't see. It's what? How many discs are there? I don't have that deck.
These are the cups. They're the cups.
Okay, cups.
Yeah.
How many cups?
Light up so you can see it better.
2 of cups. That's good.
Yeah, upright.
Okay, love. 2 of cups is love.
That looks like reconciliation.
And I have the Queen of Wands.
Oh, so maybe you're that feisty bitch, right? Like me.
Right. I mean, possibly I can be. Don't get me wrong.
Surprise. That's
right. Surprise. Ask any man that's ever loved me. Is like I go from being lovable and watery to being your worst fucking nightmare in 2 seconds. But
and I pulled you an extra card, the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah.
Upright, not even reverse. That bitch isn't even reverse. Like, here's another one. You don't want me to go through this deck. This is a Jenny reading. Sorry, guys.
Oh my God. I'm not, and I can't. I fucking can't. I've been throwing tarot spreads all weekend, you guys. I'm just so delirious. But
oh, shit.
Okay, listen, Pisces. When we're talking about the Queen of Wands, we're talking about a feminine aspect, whether it's male or female. We're talking about a feminine aspect of the personality that is all about doing what needs to be done, passion. This is somebody that takes action and doesn't just wait for things to happen. And if we're talking about the 2 of Cups, and did you say the World or the Wheel of Fortune?
So the Wheel of Fortune was the last one I gave you that extra kick.
Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is all about things kind of coming together regardless of the situation. Regardless of what's happening, things always find a way of working themselves out. Okay. Yeah. And the 2 of Cups is about reciprocal relationships, whether it's with a partner, whether it's with yourself. So that particular card does have a lot to do with self-love. So it might not be about a relationship, but finding yourself again. And I'm the Pisces here. So this does have a lot to do with.
You're reading your own chart right now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't this crazy how this is so fun? We'd be doing this off air anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you guys would die if you knew.
Have you heard our conversations on a daily basis?
Would die if you knew what Heidi and I talk about on a daily basis.
You would die, literally.
You would fucking.
And you would laugh, and you would love us still.
Right, you would love us anyway.
Unless you were a troll.
Right.
Unless you were a troll.
Die. Right.
This is serious. But this is what Jenny and I do because this is how we think. So this isn't an act. Like, this is what we do. But it's so funny doing this. Like, we're going to do this every week. We should incorporate this to our weekly.
Yeah.
Because Heidi's going to start doing tarot and you're going to learn astrology and we're going to teach each other.
And we're just going to be this like crazy like duo of like.
It's going to be disgusting. Can I see the card that always stands out to me? This one is a big one.
Is that the Nine of Swords?
This bitch is always on my mind for some reason.
Because it's the Nine of Swords. That's cruelty. That's the worst. That's people gossiping, talking shit. That's people moving behind your back and saying horrible things about you, working against you in darkness, but they're cowardly and they don't.
So let me tell you about how we work that. Because I have a lot of that. Always. Yeah. And so do you. Let's be honest. But here's the best part about that. In my opinion, Jenny, nobody can mess with you or I. Like, good luck. Right. Good luck getting through these freaking barriers. Like, good luck. Like, I didn't even have like one awkward feeling I felt like I should have been running that White House, not,
Right. Like,
something's going to hurt me. Like, I felt like I should have been in there, like making regulations and rules. So, and this is myself. Sorry. It just is how I roll. And you make these decisions for yourself. Jenny and I are so different, but so similar in so many ways. And we learn from each other. Mm-hmm. So maybe in a way, and I'm going to spin this to like we've been on here a long time right now. And I'll say that Jenny and I have learned so much from each other and have had a lot of the same life experiences at the certain ages, totally different, but same patterns.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's just say that in a few years from now, Jenny and I are going to sit here and watch these videos.
I feel like
you're going to be like, this is hysterical and we got to get this shit off the internet. Right now. Okay. But right now, it's the time to keep it up there because a lot of people are going through this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody that watches us, that likes us, that doesn't like us, whatever, you're still learning because you still watch it. So you're still hooked. Like, it is what it is. Sorry. You might hate us, but like, you're still watching, even if you're a troll. Just like I watch the people I don't like, but I'm like, oh, maybe they're all right one day. It's that weird stuff because we're going to be raw. We're going to tell you like it is. And you're going to hate us. You're going to love us. You're going to not like us, but we're going to tell you. And like, if you get a reading from Jenny or I, unfortunately, you're going to hear the truth.
Yeah.
So like it or not. And maybe that's what you need, but most people can't handle the truth.
Right.
That's the sad thing. So I'm going to pull one more card for the end of the night. I feel like I'm a tarot reader tonight. Tonight I'm playing an act. I'm playing the tarot reader. Oh my gosh, this is so fun though. I love this because I don't have to sit there and think. Jenny thinks for me. Ready? All right. This is no, hold on.
What is it?
Oh, it's the peasant with the kid holding the star.
It's a disc card. Definitely.
It's a cup.
It's a cup.
And it's a woman with oh my God, this was me when I was walking around the desert with a red sari on my head. And she's holding a flower. She's showing it to her kid.
How many is it? Count the cups. Because I can't read. Oh, no freaking way, dude. Because I just had the Six of Cups also.
Is it a woman like?
Well, my deck is totally different.
All right, let's do another one for clarification. I like this tarot thing.
Okay.
Ace of Pentacles. I like that card. Or no, Queen of Pentacles. Did I just say I like that card? Because that's me, right?
Yeah, it's a good card.
Of course, it's me. This is me, 100%. This is so freaking Heidi. Like, she never fails.
No.
Seriously.
You never fail. You
And
never.
you know what's really funny? If you know anything about the truth, like the truth of cards or whatever, the tarot, the real deck, I'm the queen of clubs, which in a way is probably the same card.
No, you're the queen of swords.
Oh shit. What about the pentacles? Yeah, I'm the swords.
Well,
I'm not a pentacle. I'm a sword. That's for sure.
the pentacles is you. The ace of pentacles is you because it all is really truly all about something that is long lasting, something that is absolutely physical. You can grasp it, you can reach out and touch it. It's not emotional, it's not psychic, it's not delusional. It's something physical, it's something real. And what do we know about you is like if you can't see it, if you can't touch it, it's not real, right?
Real.
So, right. And that's kind of where you and I differ is I'm all out here in my
In
like
La La Land, and I'm in
exactly
practical land.
exactly. And then you're like the complete opposite. But you
Yeah.
know, it is interesting because you did mention the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups really is all about delusion. In my opinion, it is about delusion. It's about things looking good, feeling good. You think everything's okay, but all of that kind of comes to an abrupt end when you're hit with reality.
So
Okay.
wait, are we giving each other like a subliminal reading that's just a reality check, just live so everybody sees it?
No, I think that's
Yeah, I think that's
right now. Yeah.
Seriously, sorry guys, but you unfortunately saw the real deal. But that's Jenny. Is that not what just happened? This whole
I
3
think that's
hours?
what happened. You and I tend to do that a lot. So I think people would absolutely die. What is that?
The death.
Well, death is not that bad of a
Oh,
card.
I love this card for some weird reason.
What is it?
The woman with the swords with the blindfold.
Oh, two of swords.
This is me
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Well, this
What
really.
does this mean? Because I really relate to this card.
Well, the Two of Swords is it's not okay. So here's how I kind of place the Two of Swords. It's
Be
not
honest. Realistically, tell the truth.
okay. Well, the Two of Swords is kind of a hostile environment. Okay.
I'm hostile, so
The general environment of the Two of Swords is like where it's kind of like where a ship is not going to come into dock because the waters are rough, sort of thing. But it's almost as if to say like mentally and emotionally, everybody kind of wants to like put their weapons down, but there's still that emotion. There's still this like environment of chaos. You know what I mean?
That's so me. That's my life.
Yeah, but it's okay because it does enter into that place of balance. Where'd you go?
Hold on. This is serious, Jay. This is getting intense.
Oh my God.
I need you to pull one more card.
Okay, one more card and then that's it because I am so tired and I have to go like eat something because I'm dying. And I think all of our viewers went to bed because it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, they didn't all go to bed. Hold on. I'm coming right back.
I'm gonna go to sleep just like this. I'm not even gonna like wash my face. And usually I do. Do you wash your face? Like, do you get your makeup off before you go to bed?
What did you just say?
Do you take your makeup off? You don't really wear makeup.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Yes, I have to wear makeup.
I don't always take it off before bed. And then I cry when I'm like, oh my God, I haven't.
At this age, you have to. The older you get, the more makeup you have to remove.
Yeah. No, I'm seriously going to go raid the fridge right now and then I'm going to go to bed.
So, all right, kiddos.
Just take my shirt off and be like,
this has been an interesting day because you just saw us as live as they get and as real as they get.
Oh, yeah. Totally buzzed. I actually had so much time that I sobered up while I was on camera. Oh, man. So the Seven of Cups. I want to talk to you guys about this really quick.
Who's this for?
I don't know. You told me to pull a card.
Yeah, it's for me. Sorry. This is for me.
For you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it then.
Do it on air right now, live. No joke. This is serious. Do it.
Okay. Well, the Seven of Cups is about stagnation. This is about debauchery. This is about sexual impulses and doing what feels good just because it feels good.
You have to say this on air. This is me. This is my problem right now.
I'm not going to say that. You can own it if you want to, but I don't feel that it is necessarily for you because
No, this is me. I'm a mess. Okay. Let's keep it going. Keep it coming.
well, this kind of is just about somebody who that has their own standards and they do what they want to do when they want to do it. So it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It depends on the context of that person and what and who you ask. So
Yeah.
if the 7 of Cups was to come up in a reading for a married person, this would indicate secrets. This would indicate affairs, infidelity, laziness, having too much time and too many options and like not doing anything about it.
Maybe this is for both of us.
Right. If this is about a single person, right. If this is about a single person, this is about somebody who is really living for pleasure and somebody who, you know what I mean? And so that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It just is what it is.
A mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. So guys, everybody, we're a mess. We're a little bit messy right now. But guess what? Let's say this. If we were all wrapped up in another situation, we wouldn't be able to help people.
Exactly.
That's how I look at life. Like, I swear to God.
That's what I say is like,
I didn't have as many life experiences and you didn't have as many life experiences you did, 100% that we wouldn't be able to talk to you like we do or handle the stories that you tell us. Like,
all right.
Nothing bothers us.
No, nothing shocks me. If you think that you're going to come at me with a story that I haven't fucking heard before or something that I'm going to be like, oh, you're wrong. You're wrong because there's nothing that I haven't seen or heard before. I know the depth and the depravity of human nature. Nothing shocks me. My line is kids. Yeah. My line is kids. If you have an issue and you feel the need to harm children, you need real help or you need to fucking put a gun in your mouth. You know what I mean? But other than that, I can't.
No, you know what I feel like that about animals. Like if you do that with animals, then you should put a gun in your mouth.
Right, exactly.
Because kids are little brats here and there, but not animals.
Right. Well, because
animals are innocent.
Well, and I feel that children are innocent too, but you know what it is at the end.
Don't cry and are little brats. Sorry, guys.
Kids are brats.
Animals are innocent.
Right. Kids and animals, those are our lines. But at the end of the day, what we're talking about is if you can do malicious harm to a child or to an animal, you're missing type of whatever it is, whether it's a human genome, some kind of a genetic disposition, you're not fit for a reading. You need to be put away. You need to
you know what though? This is where I change things and I'll deal with all the screwed up people. Like I can handle that because I feel like if somebody doesn't take that on, that's why there's a lot of problems in this world.
Right, because they don't face it.
Yeah, because nobody will talk to them because they're looked at as a down, like somebody that has that problem, which nobody understands. Because if you have something like that in your chart, it's because of past life. Not because you just woke up and you're like, oh, I want to do this today. No, it's not that way.
It's an issue, right?
Yeah, and if nobody can handle it, that's when these people stray and do worse damage.
Right. You're right.
If you can address it, okay?
Do I personally
really screwed up? But like,
right. Do I personally feel qualified to handle that? No.
So I do. But you can handle the person that probably kills animals that I can't handle.
Right.
It's true. I swear to God, it's so true. That's where we're a nice balance because the person that does something that's like, you would say, oh my God, I would say, explain to me what happened.
Right.
That's what you're going to say to an animal. When I can't handle, I will not be able to handle that person.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And this is where we're a nice balance. And we might be thrown off YouTube after we hang up. Oh, God. Anyway. But this is us, guys. Sorry, like us or hate us. This is us.
Yeah, it's the way that it is. So I think we did really well.
Done. We were on for a long ass time.
We've been on here all freaking night. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go raid the fridge and stuff my fucking face. And we'll see you guys next week.
Next week on Wednesday.
Yeah, right. This week, technically, because we're in next week.
We did an extra long live show.
Yeah, we did.
We did tarot readings. We did all kinds of good shit.
Yeah, we did. All right, you guys. Bye, Heidi. I love you. Mwah. Everybody have a wonderful night. Okay. Bye.
Bye.